and we're back here next week. We're back here next week. Gosh, I'm already fucking. So happens when you gotta wait. You know what I'm saying? I was already in the energetic mood. We had to wait here. What was I gonna mention? I forgot. Oh, we have cinema to talk about today. The nominations for the Game Awards were out, so that's why I linked it in there, Randall. You have to scroll past.
Cinema?
You have to talk about cinema. I watched a new movie this or last weekend, and I
Okay,
want
but that's separate than
that's
the
separate.
award.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm just too
What the
excited.
fuck are you talking about?
Yeah, I've been watching some good stuff, so I'm excited to talk about the good stuff I've been watching. Uh, what did I just mention? Yeah, and if you scroll past the really inappropriate gifts, there's a link to the nominations. We're gonna go through and vote now, like our personal picks for who should be winning those later on in the show. Um, and yeah, like I mentioned, I got a review of the Killers, or the Killer. Sorry, not Killers. That's the band. Uh, Obviously we got to talk about Loki since if the finale happened, and I'm not completely done with it. I'm 3/4 of the way, but Blue Eye Samurai I got to talk about because it's been pretty cool. And I think that's it. What are you guys thinking? Do you guys have anything else you want to bring up?
Uh, I even fucking. I played a bit of Dredge during the weekend.
Okay, we can talk about that. How about you, Randall?
Mm, I added a new combo that I'm getting more consistent with now. Uh,
Tekken, I'm assuming.
yeah.
Tekken character reveal. But the launch roster is finally fully shown.
Oh, we can start with that then.
Um, yeah.
Go for it. I mean, whichever. Would you guys want to talk about the character first, or you want to break down the combo?
Randall do
Well,
both.
mm, the combo is just 4 electrics.
Is there
So
um
it's like
this
80 85 damage.
percent?
Yeah.
What is that? 85. Okay, 85% damage is like everybody. I thought everybody had different health bar or.
Well, I mean, that's just the number that my combo does.
Gotcha.
Everyone does have different health. I
Okay,
think.
gotcha.
I don't know. I'll be honest with you, I really don't know.
All
I
he
think
knows
everyone has
that
the same.
all he knows that he's winning. That's all he knows. He just keeps saying win, win. That's all
The,
he needs to know.
the biggest accomplishment that I'm pretty proud of that is now I'm getting down for it two perfect electrics more consistently, and I'm doing it in match.
What does that mean? Down forward
Before I used to
electric.
like just be able to do it while practicing. Now I'm like actually doing it in match. Like I at least do it like once or twice every match.
What can you explain? Is that a different electric? Like down forward electric is different than just a regular electric or something? Or
So down for it too on counter
okay,
causes crumble state. And if you do a perfect electric as they're crumbling, it's like another counter. So it's like a
so you get
they
that
call it a
damage
perfect
buff.
electric because it is a 13 frame electric.
Oh, nice.
And if you do it perfectly, it'll launch the character. So then you could do like 3 or 4 more electrics, and that combo ends up being like 101 damage. But
Okay, I'm
the
assuming
hard part is
because
that window for doing the perfect electric, and the window for doing the perfect electric is the hardest part. Like it's like one of the hardest things to do in the game, in the entire game.
and it's even more difficult when you have network latency.
Well, yeah, if you got network latency, you're not going to be able to do it at all because it's heavily dependent on doing it at a certain frame.
Oof. With your new combo,
But
yeah. Did you uh get promoted with the new tech or not yet?
no, I didn't because I've been taking time out of like focusing on getting promoted and focusing more on being able to do these combos more like the more elite combos that you see like knee and what's his name?
I don't know. Who
I
else?
forgot his name. It's like two other really good Kazuya players. But like being able to do those elite combos, like the down forward to a perfect electric, like they do those consistently. Like they're
Muscle
obviously they're that
memory.
good.
Yeah.
Um, but being so I was focusing more on that, focusing more on being able to do those combos. So like, um, I mean, this is probably gonna sound foreign to you, but just like doing like 4-4-3, which is like a kick that causes like a, it's not a bound, but it's like an air juggle, and then you do 3 electrics into that, and then back to 1, which causes bound. Then you do a combo finisher. Most people after they do 4-4-3, they'll do like a knee into like a 2-hit combo and then combo finisher. But to do 3 electrics into back to 1, that's like elite. That's like really difficult to do.
Optimal, you mean?
So I have to I can do it. So it's not a matter of can I do it anymore. Because that used to be the first hurdle.
Mm-hmm. We
Now
we're
it's
done with that,
can I do it consistently in match?
and that's gonna vary depending on latency, right? Because it's the window small.
Yeah, I mean, well, yeah, yeah. I mean, latency is always an issue with this stuff, but I mean, I don't have latency that bad. Our internet is really good, and the people I play against tends
Who
to be decent. So
who aren't lag switching?
yeah, who aren't lag switching. Um, so yeah, I just been focusing on doing those combos, and I'm trying to get to the point where I can do them consistently, like I do the other mediocre combos. And I feel like once I get consistently with those things where I can do them all the time, then my rank is just gonna it'll just be icing on the cake. It's like by default because I'm being able to do these high damage combos. I'm just going to inevitably start winning more because I'm causing more damage
Are you practicing them in ranked? Or are you practicing them on like on casual rank on casual mode?
in rank. I
Oh,
always
okay.
play in rank.
Oh, regardless if you're trying something else new and
Yeah,
stuff. Okay.
regardless.
Okay. Well, I mean, that's good. Congrats on that. I keep asking every time. You're like 3 or 4 promotions away from Tekken God.
Well, I've gotten demoted since then, so
Oh,
um, actually I got demoted a lot because I so here's the trade off is like if you want to get consistent with these um quote unquote elite combos, then there's more of a chance of you dropping them, which is what because I'm in a learning process of trying to do them consistently.
yeah.
I'm dropping a lot of combos, whereas I could play it safe and I could do other combos that I know I can hit 100% of the time, but they don't cause as much damage.
And I mean,
So
you won't
because
grow
of
that
that,
way. So,
huh?
and you won't grow that way if you just stick with the
Yeah.
safe stuff. So you want to try. You gotta try the new stuff.
So since I am trying to consistently learn how to do these high damage combos, the trade off is that I drop them a lot, which means that I'm not causing as much damage as I would normally would, which the end result is I end up losing more matches because of that.
That's not too
But
bad
on the
though.
times when they hit, man.
I'm sure you got people
Like I
spooking
like
too.
I snowball people.
Well, you might even like to get them shook immediately because they're like, "What the heck am I getting hit with here?"
Yeah, because like I was doing a mirror match with this other Kazuya, and he was good, but it was like so this is what I'm saying. Like most people can't do down forward perfect electric. The Kazuya players anyway. Only like a small percentage of people that's in a high elite that can do that on a consistent basis. So like even when you come across somebody that does that, it's like what the because I was doing a mirror match with this Kazuya, and we was going back and forth, and then I caught him with a down forward to perfect electric into a combo. The next match, he just kept backdashing. Like
Oh, he's
prior
like,
to that, he was rushing me. He was like trying to get hits in, trying to pressure me and all that stuff like that. But then when he saw I could do that, he
"Oh,
went
I need
from
to
being
chill,"
offensive to being defensive.
which makes
Because
sense.
it's like now people like know like, oh, if I get hit with that, that's automatically 101 damage. I'm not taking that risk.
Yeah, he pretty much went aggressive to see if he can just snowball you and move on to the next person. And then when
Yeah.
he realized, oh, Papa's not for play, I got to slow down. That makes sense. That's good.
It's kind of funny because you could, even though you're not talking to somebody like verbally over the internet with the headphones, you can almost tell what they're thinking by their style of play because it changes dramatically. It's like they go from being aggressive to like, what the heck?
With that backdash, it means, oh, fuck, what the hell did I get myself into?
Yeah.
Oh, shit, oh, shit, oh, shit.
That's another thing that I've gotten better at. Now it's to the point where I don't think about it anymore. Like my backdashing is really good now. Like
Oh.
I'm almost willing to say like I'm at least like if I was to say like the elite players like me and what's his name? Oh my god, I can't think of these guys' names for some reason, but the guys who are really good at that
Mhm.
stuff. If they're a 10, I'm gonna say I'm like an 8 right now.
Okay, so you out here.
So
That's what
I've
you're
gotten
saying.
really good at backdashing to the point where like dudes are I make people whiff a lot.
Oof, those are the best. The dopamine hits on just that. I'm sure you're probably like, let's fucking go.
Yeah.
And you can punish usually if you make them whiff like that. You can punish it with your electric, right? If you like sidestep
Oh
something.
yeah, that's another thing too. Is like so it's crazy because so when you something that I've noticed is like, and I'm pretty sure Brian maybe he's probably noticed this too. Like when he gets better when he's playing games, it's like when you're in the lab and you're learning how to do something. Like you're aware of like what your weaknesses are. You're like, oh, I can't do this combo 100% of the time, but I can do it 80% of the time. But then when you keep playing and you keep playing and you keep playing and you keep playing, it's like you like you like jump in skill and it's almost like abrupt. It's like when you were struggling to do one thing, now it's like you do it subconsciously. And
Oh,
it's like, wait a minute. I remember when I used to struggle, like I had to think about backdashing. Now I'm like, I'm not even thinking about it. It's like as soon as somebody gets in my face, I start backdashing like automatically without thinking. Or I start sidestepping. Before the one of my hardest things that most difficult things for me to do was when I would like backdash. You see a lot of like really good Kazuya players, like they are sidestep electric. So I used to always just sidestep and then punish with like regular attacks, like punches or kicks or something like that. But now I'm sidestep electricing people
which
off
is
of a
what you,
jab.
which is what you want, right? Because then you can lead that into other stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like it's massive damage because before, like if you attack and then they get ready to attack and you sidestep, if they throw out a jab or whatever the move they decide to do, if you want to play it safe, you'll like sidestep and do like two punches or kicks or whatever, like a normal move, not nothing that's like
It's a
that
punish,
requires you to do a motion
right?
because it's quicker and safe. But if you incorporate a move that requires motion, like an electric, it's like I gotta sidestep, then I gotta put in his dragon punch motion, and I gotta do it all before either he does a move that tracks
Or
or
starts blocking.
yeah, exactly. So I've gotten to the point where like I hit somebody with like a frame advantage move, and
The retaliate,
they'll
and then you
try to counter
sidestep,
it with a move, and I'll sidestep and then pop them with an electric, and then next thing you know, I'm doing a combo.
and then they start calling the
Um,
ambulance because they're about to get mopped up. They're like, "I need you guys to come pick me up." Stat. I just got hit with 900% damage. That's good. That's pretty good.
but yeah, that's where I'm at on. I'm still trying. My goal is still trying to get to Tekken Guy Omega
Omega. I
before
keep thinking Prime.
January. So
You
I
got you
think
got
that
a month and a half. You got plenty of time,
yeah,
especially once you sharpen that blade. You know what I'm saying, and go in there and focus. Oh, I mean, you might. Depends on what happens. I don't know what else. I don't know what else you're gonna try to sharpen up in terms of combos. But if you already have your full set of tools here, you can just start going to town.
it's so weird, man, because it's like junk that I thought I could never do,
Like
like
fly.
purposely,
Oh,
I'm doing. Like breaking throws. Like breaking throws is like
oh yeah,
I was
that's
like, I don't understand how these jokers is breaking throws, man. But now, like I've
you are
broken
the
so many throws. So when you're playing Tekken, right, you have three different ranks that they show underneath your character. When you're playing each match, going in and out of each match.
You said 3 ranks?
Yeah. So, well, they're more like statistics, like stuff that you do really good. They'll list them
Got it.
underneath
Okay.
your character. So, for example, you'll have like if you're really good at sidestepping, then it'll be like, oh, you're sidestepping, and then it'll give like your rank like a A+ or S. S plus gold is like the highest you can get.
That's why would they do that? I like people to learn to know the hard way. I don't want people to know I'm a sidestepper. Can you disable that?
Yeah, they do that. They list the three. So right now mine is um combo damage,
Which makes
combo
sense.
damage, aggressiveness, and agility. Because
Aggressiveness. I thought you
I
said
be mo- huh?
I thought you said you slow things down. Why do you have aggressiveness now?
I don't understand why I get aggressiveness either. I think it's because I think that if you kind of like a chess move thing, if you set people up and you attack. So for example, let's say like I do an attack and I know like this person has these options. So what I'm gonna do is either I'm gonna backdash or I'm gonna sidestep so that I can attack as soon as they do one move,
I get it.
and they
Okay.
might count that as still pressure
Yeah, yeah, I see what you mean.
or being aggressive. I don't know.
Yeah, yeah.
But
Okay. I see. I
I
see
got
now.
S plus gold on combo damage and I have S plus gold on aggressiveness, and I have like S silver on agility. And that's just me moving around, backdashing, sidestepping, or whatever. But
Well, that
my
makes
point that
sense.
I'm getting to is that one time I was because it changes as you're playing depending on how your style of play. Because obviously you change the way you play depending on who you're playing against. So one time, um, I was breaking so many throws they gave me a stat for breaking throws.
Oh, nice. What does it say? Is it just like
It was S. It was S.
oh, but what is it
It
called?
wasn't S plus gold, but it was the S. It was S ranking for breaking throws.
oh, it just says breaking throws. Okay. I don't know if it had like a sexy name to it or something. Like throw breaker or or something.
And then another time I got these I don't get very often, but sometimes they pop up. So it's breaking throws, and what was the other one?
Breaking necks.
And breaking necks. Well, I mean, you went to agility.
Oh, sidestepping. Yeah.
Yeah, you
So
said the
sidestep.
sidestep. They don't have one for like the you landing a bunch of electrics.
No, no.
Oh, okay. Because I mean, that's an
So
easy one they could give me.
the ones that I get consistently all the time is combo damage, aggressiveness, and agility. But
Oh,
every once in a while, they'll change the last one. So it'll always say combo damage and aggressiveness, but they'll change the last one, and sometimes it'll say breaking throws or
or sidestep.
sidestepping.
That makes sense, especially since you're practicing the sidestepping now, or incorporating that the bait and sidestep.
Yeah.
Okay, that's good. That's looking good. All right, so I mean, it sounds like you're on track. You have to make not make. You got to make like a conscious decision of okay, it's enough trying stuff. It's time to rank up mode, right?
Yeah.
I don't know when you would want to do that, but I guess
I think
that's your way
once
forward.
I could feel that I consistently do those combos, like those high damage combos without dropping them,
Okay.
then that's when I go back to like focusing on ranking up. But I feel like even though once I do that, I feel like when I start playing like Tekken God Prime players, that's a whole different beast,
Yeah,
man.
you're gonna have to bring your A game and then your future A game too. You have to
So I
bring in
don't
like
know.
a
I don't
hundred.
know what's gonna happen because I've never got to that rank before. So I don't know I mean, I watch guys online play at that rank,
That's different.
and
There's difference than watching someone and then
yeah,
trying to guess what that rank is gonna be doing next, right?
especially if you're playing. Even though this game has been out this long, there's still matchups I don't know because you just don't come across that character that often.
That's
Like Fang Wei is ranked the number one player in the game, so I run into a lot of Fang Weis. Um, but people that still give me a hard time is Negan, Zafina.
I forgot he
Because
was in the
Zafina
game.
has the best backdash in the entire game. Like when I say the best, I mean like you could do two backdashes and she's like 10 people away from you.
Goodness, so she can
Like
poke.
she makes her and Alyssa, they easily, without even being really skilled at backdashing, you can easily make people with because their the way they step back is so far they easily make you whiff.
Oh,
And you like you literally have to chase them down, which is bad because most of the time when you're chasing somebody, you're being set up.
which makes sense. And you're doing like a running animate. Oh, I guess if you forward dash a bit, but even
Anytime
then,
you, it's just that anytime you advance somebody, you're at a disadvantage because you're opening yourself up to getting hit or punished,
right.
depending on what you do.
That's terrifying. I'm cool on that. That's crazy. Well, I mean, I believe you can do it. You got a month and a half, and you're getting more and more tools. So I figured you can use that.
Yeah.
What was I gonna mention? Brian, you mentioned a new character, right? What do you think of the last character? Who was it that was announced?
Raiden.
Reina yet.
It's alleged, well, not allegedly, but for what I heard, it's supposed to be Hachi's daughter, a legitimate daughter. Which I mean, it checks out because she has his moves and she can do an electric, which I don't know if she can do it consistently throughout the game because they only showed her do it one time.
Is
But
that um is that is that like a spoiler for the campaign that's coming out for Tekken 8, or is it
what
just
do
they
you mean?
announced it? Like that, I didn't know he had a daughter.
New character to play that you can play.
So the daughter thing came from what I mentioned last week. The leak mentions that part, but the trailer shows that she somehow has some kind of relationship with Jin and Kazuya.
But it's a new
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 character.
character. Okay, it's
Hmm.
not a return. I guess that's my question. I don't know why I didn't ask it that way. It's not a returning character. It's brand new. Gotcha. I mean, does she look cool to you guys? I mean, I saw the trailer
She's
and I'm
hype.
like, she's got some cool looking moves. But you said all of her moves said it's Heihachi's.
Not
Uh,
all of them, but you like her fight stance is, well, she has more than one fight stance, but her main fight stance is like Hachi's.
Oh, okay.
And she has some of his moves, like she has his dragon breath, she has a hell sweep,
Is she meant to
she
replace
has an
like?
electric. Huh?
Is Heihachi still in the game, right?
he's dead.
No, he's dead.
Oh,
Kazuya killed him in Tekken 7.
oh, I don't remember that. I played this story. I don't remember that. Okay, so this
I
is
mean,
like their
well,
way of bringing them back.
he's killed him more than one time. So, I mean, I don't know if they're gonna make some surprise where, oh, Hahachi comes back again for like the third time, but
Gotcha.
allegedly he's supposed to be dead.
Okay, so that's why they
Harada
brought.
keeps pointing out every time he's in an interview, Hachi's dead. Anytime someone's asked him, so I don't know.
He's probably sick of
But
people saying that. That's probably why, because since he's brought him back before, they're like, "Did you kill him off?" He's probably sick of that question, so he's probably just like, "He's dead." Damn it.
she looks cool though. She looks really hype. She looks like a blend of characters. So she has Heihachi stuff. She looks like she has some Jin stuff. And then there's moves. A lot of her punches look like Lydia's, which is kind of cool.
Who's Lydia?
The Polish lady from Seven.
Like Tekken's version of the girl who laughs in Street Fighter.
No, this is like Prime Minister of
Oh, okay,
Poland or something like that.
gotcha. Well, I forgot the character's name from Street Fighter that
You talking about
laughs.
Karen?
Karen, thank you.
That's basically Lily, kind of
That's
like
who it
that.
is. Thank you. I know there's like a Tekken version of Karen, but I don't remember who it was. It's Lily with the butler. Oh,
Yeah,
cool.
she looks cool. That's the whole roster.
Speaking of another fighting game news, I thought Anthony Starr was going to voice Homelander, but apparently not, and that's sad for Mortal
Mm.
Kombat's Homelander. I thought he was. That would be really cool.
Kind of sucks. He's the only one not doing it.
It might have maybe he was asking for too much cash.
I'm assuming what might have happened. I don't know if they finished the season of uh whatever season's coming up for the boys. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe conflict.
Perhaps they already started
They might
promoting
get
it.
pushed back because of the. Oh, okay, never mind. Then.
They started promoting season 4 already. There's 2 posters out of Homelander like this with like a bunch of confetti because he has like the far right people following him. Their version of the far right people, and then another
Mm-hmm.
picture of Butcher. So they already started the marketing. I think it might be early next year that we get the new season. I gotta finish Gen V. I only saw the first episode.
That it existed.
Cool. Any other fighting game stuff? This is our fighting game section here.
Uh,
Might as well lump it together. You know what I'm saying?
no, nothing new with Street Fighter. Uh, with Guilty Gear, they said that allegedly the next character is supposed to drop in December, and that's the last we've heard. The Grand Blue, I don't know if it's still going on. They had a technical test for the new version of Grand Blue, like their version of Super Street Fight. They have a
Oh my
Grand Blue
gosh.
Rising. I played the technical test with Johan during the weekend. I mean,
What did they
it's still
change?
mechanics, added mechanics and characters.
Got it. Okay. I don't know if it was like a rollback thing or like they had a netcode or something.
I think it has rollback now. I don't know if it always did but I know it has now. The game's fun. The characters that I tried, I only tried the characters I didn't play. Like they came out after I stopped playing. Characters are cool.
I thought
I don't see myself spending $60 on it, but
I was gonna say I thought we were done re-releasing the same stuff over and over again.
I'm assuming they did it this way just for funds.
Okay. I thought we were
Uh,
past that after Capcom decided to stop doing it.
Capcom still does it. Street Fighter Five. They did the arcade. Was it arcade edition of Street Fighter?
Oh, I remember that. I completely forgot. Then never mind. It's still alive and well. You know what I'm saying? Shoot.
Uh, anything else? Nothing else that I can think of. Fighting
Oh,
game wise.
okay. Then we can keep it moving.
Skullgirl still exists. So everyone can buy 19 copies.
And
I'm washed up.
the Thanksgiving sales coming I think in a week or two, so it's probably going to be on sale. So
Mm-hmm.
I would hold off on buying it because you can get multiple copies in about 2 weeks. So
I played again on Friday and I'm washed.
you trying out a new character or you just watch with the
I'm
character you've been?
I've been playing Squiggly Black Dahlia, and I don't remember how to play Black Dahlia at all. So it's just me playing Squiggly with less damage and health.
Okay. Well, I mean, it's just practice. Same. I mean, like take a page out of Randall's book here. Just sit there and grind it out until it's second nature, and then you do muscle memory. Like I know, damn. If I load up Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3, I'm not gonna be able to hit the foot dive corner combo off rip. I'd have to practice again.
I do it live, Anthony.
Oh, my fault. Let me back up then. Foot dive. All right, we can keep moving then. I've real quick. I did play just Jusant, the climbing game, for a bit. I got like 2 or 3 chapters in, and then I uninstalled. Not because the game was bad. It's just it wasn't enough to. I got it. Like, oh, I know, I understand the mechanics. I understand the oh, you can swing. You have this, and I'm like, okay, cool, and I moved on. It was cool enough for me for like an hour, hour and a half, and then I dropped. It was on Game Pass, so I'm like, I'll try it to see if it hooks me. It did not, unfortunately, but I mean, cool mechanics with the climbing. It's really
Is that a
satisfying.
pun?
Yes,
See if it hooks you.
you do have like a thing you can hook and then swing yourself and stuff, and really, it's really satisfying to do the climbing. But I'm like, I just don't feel like putting in a lot of time in just climbing. I know it sounds weird from a person who likes platforming games, but the platforming games is like instant. It's like quick. Oh, jump, do quick jumps for here, wall jump. It's like more. It's faster pace, right? It's more engaging. Where this one's like a chill climb, pretty much. And I'm like, I don't want a chill climb.
Mm.
That's just not me.
Not what I heard.
Yeah. That's. I mean, you said you played a little bit of Dredge. We could just do our quick. I'm assuming it's the same thing. You got it and moved on.
No, I still installed.
Okay.
I was playing on the weekend. Had some beverages in me. I was like, you know what? Let me attempt one of my backlog games.
What type of game is it?
It's a fishing game. You're on a
Oh,
boat
okay.
and you fish and you sell it, but the twist is it seems like a way darker land than you would think it would be, but
Mm-hmm.
no one's really saying why. And it's because there's like Lovecrafty and monster kind of twist to the
Like
fishing.
Cthulhu kind of shit, or there's like huge monsters or something. Okay, that sounds cool. And you have to fight them. Is it like there's combat?
No combat.
Okay.
So I mean, the way that they show it, I only have almost 3 hours in it, and I still haven't installed because it's like a nice to do game, and
Chill.
I love fishing
Is that how
mini
you?
games.
That's how you hold your controller right up to your chest,
I
like
lean
that.
back like this, and this is me. If I'm in Discord or if I'm just playing by myself, I do this.
Okay, because you had it up to here, so I thought you were just playing like this.
No, that's uncomfortable. I mean, you start and your shipwrecked is how the game starts, and then the people find you on a town, and they're like, "Oh, we noticed your boat got screwed over. You can use this boat because the town needs like funds and food, so you can use this boat, and whatever money you would make, we take a portion so that you can pay off your debt, and then the boat's yours."
Okay.
That's how it starts. And so you're fishing, and your boat only has set up rod that you can only catch like certain type of fish, like shallow water or whatever.
Okay.
You can upgrade your shit to you can go deeper or like different terrains you can fish there. Um, and then they tell you, hey, around this time though it gets dark, and you should definitely get back
You
before
should
it's
head
dark.
back. Uh-huh.
There's like a stress or a panic meter that the less light you have on your boat, so you start off with basically this much light, and you can upgrade your boat or whatever, and there's
Okay.
like a lighthouse so you know where to go. The less light and the longer you're awake your character, the more your panic is, and then your character starts seeing shit.
Oh,
Um,
the
so
hell?
like you'll be going, all of a sudden like a rock will appear in front of you. You're like, what the fuck? Or sometimes you'll hear ding, ding, like another boat.
Uh-huh.
So for giggles, I'm like, let me see if I can ram the boat. Naturally, that was my first thought.
Yep. And
As I
moving.
got closer, the boat fades, and it's a big like, you know those fish from Finding Nemo? They had the angler fish.
Uh-huh.
It's one of those like as big as my boat. The facade goes and it's that, and I'm like, what the
What the
fuck?
fuck?
And then out of nowhere, like cyclones will come, and you have to try to dodge that, or they'll hit your ship and damage stuff. You have to get repaired.
So the combat is with your mental health.
Basically.
Holy shit. Can you
And
beeline
then
towards back to the shore, or is there always obstacles and stuff you have to like navigate through?
uh you can beeline, it's just that the higher your panic is, the more
The
things
more stuff starts up here. Okay.
yeah. You start from catching regular fish, and then there's some fish that appear only at night, and sometimes you'll be catching fish in the day, and all of a sudden it's like a warped fish. Let's say there's an eel here. Sometimes it's like an eel pond, and
Okay.
you'll get one that like the spine sticking out like a diseased demonic fucking animal.
Okay.
And then from there, some one fish you catch, one of the fishermen opens it up, and there's like a cult like napkin side of it, and someone's like, bring this over here at this time.
Oh,
And then
snap.
now's a new there's quests too. So sometimes it's like, oh, catch me these fish. Or they're like, this guy's like, hey, bring me these fucking things from shipwrecks.
Okay.
And it's just interesting. Like, I didn't play Cloudpunk, but the way you describe it kind of feels like this.
Okay.
But in both older times with the demon undertone,
That's what it
not
sounds like.
undertone,
Like
but
there's no combat in Cloudpunk. It's just drama's happening as you're trying to be a taxi driver in like cyberpunk type of environment. So if that's the case, but old time boat, is it 3D? Like it's first person, or is it like
no, it's third person.
okay? But is it
You
2D
don't
or
ever see
3D?
your character. You only ever see the boat and then the characters when you dock and you interact with them.
Oh, but you have a portrait of your character or no?
I don't think so.
Oh, okay. I see. You are the character then. Like there's no, it's not a. Okay, that's what you mean. Oh, I might check it out. I'm gonna see if it's on Game Pass. See, it's
I mean, yeah, it's
Dredge, Dredge,
Dredge.
Dredg. Okay, I'll have to check that out. That sounds like a chill time. No
I was
alcohol
enjoying
required.
it.
Okay, then I'm definitely gonna add that back. I might check it out, especially if it's like Cloudpunk, because Cloudpunk was fucking awesome. Um, I mean, we might as well
0 out of
get
10 though.
0 out of 10, absolutely. And that's how many people have played it since you mentioned it. But when I play it, it'll be 1 out of 10.
Oh shit.
That's how we do the math here. Loki, we've all seen it, right? Finale. Just general feeling at the end of it. Go, Brian.
All right.
Okay, Randall.
What?
General feel. Why'd you say
Oh, that
what
was
like that?
mine. That was mine.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. That was my general feeling.
I thought he didn't hear what we said, and he was so angry that he didn't hear what he said. Okay. Yeah, I thought I had mixed feelings. I liked the opening of the last episode because it's like, oh, let's loop in Glorious Purpose or whatever it was, right? Because that's what the episode title was. And I'm like, okay, I remember when he said that. And then it opens with like a montage of him. I didn't know this was his last thing going
I
in.
didn't either.
I didn't know that until after. I'm like, oh, that's a pretty nice way to button it up. And then he's been on interviews going, yeah, this is just how we end. I'm good until I guess they need me or something. And I didn't know that. And so, I mean, After that, I'm like, okay, I understand the send off episode, right? Which explains like the heavy anime style, like clothes changing at the end, him being like the the savior for once, right? I'm like, okay, that'll make sense. I thought it was fine.
Savior.
Yeah, you know what I mean. Like he finally found his glorious purpose, right? Like, is it glorious? I think I'm saying it wrong.
It's glorious.
Is glorious purpose? I thought it was something else. Supreme purpose? Some okay,
No, it's glorious.
okay. But I
He
thought, oh,
always says, he always says, I've been burdened with glorious purpose.
gotcha. And this was as glorious as it got. Like that send off, that last like anime, very him walking out there. I'm like, this is fantastic. But then at that point, I'm like, oh, okay. What now? Like when I finished watching this, I'm like, these 2 seasons of Loki should have been the only thing airing after Endgame to get people primed for what the multiverse shit's gonna be, right? I think these two should have been Endgame and a season of Loki, nothing else. Next year, a season of Loki, so people can get used to this. Oh, we're dealing with people jumping through timeline, and like I think it was pretty easy to follow, besides the time slip and stuff. But we'll get to that in a second.
It's funny is that what they used to set up this next arc like phase, this setup that setup, because they're like, oh, what about the one at 616? Like, oh, I heard they already took care of him.
Yeah, there's a lot of
This
this,
should have happened, and then,
and then
like you said,
we branch out to all these other shows that we've gotten because it's like, okay, now we can have fun with with the series, right? Or
fuck
like,
the shows. They could have waited for No Way Home or whatever it was. So after this, I think.
yeah, same, like all of them. I think after watching this last season, I'm like, it's wild. A lot of stuff is happening. I'm like, a lot of things happen really quickly, like him figuring out time slipping, and then he just be lit. He mentions it throughout the season. It's like, oh, we are gods, and I'm like, yeah, but you guys haven't really flexed that yet. Once you got that time slipping thing, I'm like, you're acting like a god now. Like he was just, yeah, he was just going back and
The
forth.
world.
Yeah, it was. It was very anime. It was like the world, and then time stop, and he slept jumping between them. Uh, the funny part I thought was how long does it take to learn astrophysics? Like I forgot what it was. The physics.
Oh, centuries.
Centuries. Centuries later. I'm like,
Centuries later.
yeah, I
Yeah.
love that,
Yeah, I laughed when I saw that too.
which was cool. There's a lot I liked, and there's a lot where I'm like, okay, we just have to suspend the disbelief. It was only 6 episodes, and him getting that time slipping power, I'm like, he is like, I don't know the extent of how powerful he is now because if he can just jump between, it looks like the same timeline, different time. He can just jump wherever, right?
For me, it was
It was very
like I
confusing.
thought that was cool, but for me, the part that really hit me as to like how much he's grown in power is when he was able to control time. Like when he was talking
Yes.
to Kane and he made Sylvia stop.
Mm-hmm.
Even Kane for like a split second looked like what the
Yeah.
oh okay
He already figured it out. Yeah,
yeah.
that's where I'm like, oh, okay.
He did say
That
he was a quick learner.
he did. He did. And thanks for bringing it up. That scene with I was not expecting that to be what it was like that back and forth between Loki and Kang. I'm like, oh, okay, this is what we're doing. It was like, oh no, we're ready for you, Kang. It was like a, hey, you think we're counting us out because you know you've been controlling the timeline, but watch this, right? It was a good like what is it, puffing of the chest moment for both of them.
It was good because like it it took a little bit of sales out of He Who Remains. It's like
Yeah,
he's doing this not because he's strong, it's because he's scared.
yeah, which makes sense. 'Cause, I mean, we've seen some of the Kangs already, like in Quantum Mania, how crazy full of anger he is and stuff like that. And then the whole army that we saw that was getting hyped, that was just him ready to annihilate everything. It's like, oh shit, no, this is a problem. So when he's
Prototype.
yeah, the prototype. But having that conversation the second time around, we're in there with the context of how bad it got. So I mean, yes, I would have liked it to have happened before any of these Quantum Mania stuff that happened, but that scene made more sense because we've seen what can't an army can do of like what we've seen before. An army of the crazy ones because he's not the crazy one. He's literally the one that's like trying to avoid shit. And he's like, oh, he wasn't a bad guy. He just went about it the wrong way, right? Controlling time to be this specific thing, I don't think is the right answer. So I don't know. I'm torn. I like it, and I like parts of it, and I don't like parts of it. Right?
It has its ups and downs. You talking about the show entirely, or just the last episode still?
A bit this season just this season. I like the
Oh,
first season a lot. Like the first season, I think
yeah.
was way cooler. But
First
but I
season was
but I
chef's
think
kiss.
yeah, but I think it's because of when it came out. Like it was before, and none of us were talking about multiverses, and it's like it hasn't happened yet. So Loki teasing that happening, and it's like, oh shit, and then it happens, and then we get a bunch of movies trying to do multiverse stuff, and they sort of stick the landing, right? It's like, oh, they kind of made sense, but this second season is like, this should have been the primer, and then now we get into the crazy stuff. I feel, uh, and I had to shout it out. The fucking costume change as it like tore and his horns came up and the green fabric, he looked dope. They sent him off looking dope. I love that, whatever that costume that he has on there.
Yep.
That was such a sick moment for me. And seeing like all the green and stuff. Speaking of which, there was so Janiana sent me a TikTok with, you know how those TikToks have like just a bunch of pictures and you can just slide through the pictures?
Sure.
Cool. Brandon, I don't know if you know that, right? You've been on
Yeah.
TikTok. Well, it was pretty much a bunch of posts about the finale. And there was one post that I think it's a rumor because I don't think anyone's confirmed it, that explains why the time stone is green in this universe. Because it's different in the comics, I think it is. Like the colors change. And in this
Mhm.
in the MCU, it's green. And I'm like, oh, that makes sense because Loki's the one holding the fucking time at this point. And I thought that was nice. I don't know if, again, that's just a rumor from the internet, whether that they confirm that or not. That'll be in the future.
That's just a nice coincidence.
Yeah, that's what I kind of toss it up to. I think that's it, man. I don't know if you guys have anything else to talk about. I think that those are the big ones, like him becoming time itself, I guess. What was the other big?
Surprised nothing like got teased after. No, like after credits or anything crazy.
That's because of stuff that's happening in real life. Like I'm sure if the stuff that wasn't happening to Jonathan Majors is not happening, there would have been like a big Kang tease at the end of it. But since they don't know if they're gonna pivot, like they're still holding off on the court, right, Randall?
Yeah.
Like,
I don't know what's going on at this point, to be honest with you.
yeah, that's so. I'm assuming they might have had like Kang stuff ready, but if something goes bad with like Jonathan Majors not being able to be Kang, I'm sure they want to like pivot, right? So they didn't tease anything with him in it. That's just me thinking like, outside like business at this point.
He arguably, I mean,
I
shout out to
like,
Jonathan Majors. Probably the best performance was him twice in this season.
yeah, he did great the first season, and in this season too, playing as Victor Timely.
Yeah, I
Like,
like Victor Timely a lot, especially when Sylvie had him.
yeah,
That little monologue. I'm like, this man's talented. Is it him, Tom Hiddleston, and then
Owen Wilson,
Owen
man,
Wilson went off.
they killed that last episode, even throughout the season.
So
Did
his next court case is not this Saturday, but the following Saturday on the 25th.
Oh, okay, so it's happening soon. I hope that gets just settled, and we get a definitive here. Because I promise you, I bet they had something lined up like as a teaser for the Kang stuff because Kang Dynasty is coming up next, right? That's the next Avengers movie.
I don't know. I don't even know at this point what's coming out.
Well, so I heard earlier, or I read earlier this week that there might be contingency plans for them moving forward away from Kane to Doctor Doom.
Oh, if like the ruling if
Yeah.
goes bad, oh man, okay.
Well, so the guy that was writing the story for Kang for Kang Dynasty, Avengers Kang Dynasty,
Mm-hmm.
they let him go because apparently Marvel said that they don't have anything lined up for Kang anymore.
Which
So
makes
I
sense
don't
because
know
they
what's
don't.
going on.
Yeah, they're just they're making sure they're paying the right. They're gonna hire a writer that for stuff that they know for sure is gonna happen. They don't know with what's happening with Mr. Majors here. That sucks, bro. 'Cause I would like to see him come back as Kang. He's been doing pretty good so far.
It's another reason why I kind of wish this was like the DC movies. Those animated. All it would be is a voice change.
See, I'm at that point too. I'm like, I like seeing some of the live action superheroes, but there's so much CG in it that I'm like looking Quantumania, dude. Like that was just, I don't know if they were on set for anything. Oh, maybe one like the beginning part when he was walking down the street of New York or whatever. Oh, isn't it New York or L.A.? Ant-Man's in L.A., right?
Yeah.
Like when
Yeah.
he's in the ice cream shop, those might have been like on set. The rest, I'm sure they were just in front of a green screen the entire time. The second they went into like the quantum world,
Well, no, I think is he New York?
I think he's in L.A. I don't know. We'd have to look it up.
L.A. L.A. I remember in the first one, going down that one street everybody goes down, or it's like that,
Oh,
and the
the
side houses.
turns. Yeah, I know what you're
Mm-hmm.
talking about. That has like the twisting turns down the hill. Okay, that's L.A. or that's California. I don't know where exactly, but I don't know. I definitely recommend it. If you loved the first season of Loki, I think you'll still have a good time. It's a good send off. I didn't know it was a send off until after I finished the episode, and I'm like, oh, if that's the case, yeah, they send them off beautifully, man.
It's the only show in a while that from Marvel that I can actually say, yeah, go ahead.
That's true. You've been pretty meh about all the other ones, or haven't even seen them.
So Secret Invasion,
Ugh.
it's no secret that should have been
Yes,
rewritten.
I still haven't seen that one yet.
And I still haven't seen Miss Marvel or She-Hulk.
Those are both fun for me. It's not something you have to must watch, but I had a fine time watching them.
Did you end up watching the Marvels?
Not yet. I was going to go watch it this. I was going last weekend. I'm like, oh, I might go check it out because I had Friday off to go maybe go watch the Marvels or something, and then my appointment to get the haircut stuff canceled and stuff, and the schedule got fucked. So I'm like, I wanted to watch. I'm sorry, it wasn't the Marvels. I was going to go watch. I was going to watch The Killers of the Flower Moon, the new Scorsese movie.
I know the name, but I don't know anything else.
But that's 3.5 hours long, which is I'm like, oh, I have Friday off. I can go early in the morning. That way, my whole day is not wasted. But the earliest time was like at 10 or 11, and the appointment I had set for my haircut was like at 1 or 2. So I'm like, I'm not gonna be able to make that showtime. And then he cancels on me because he had some personal stuff happening. So I'm like, dang, I had to reroute, and I just went to go get my haircut somewhere, and the schedule just got bonked. Which is whatever. I'll catch the movie hopefully before the year end because everyone's loving it. It's just a long movie. But instead, I didn't know that The Killer came out both on theater and on Netflix. So day and date.
That sounds familiar as well. I don't know what that is.
Yeah, it's the new David Fincher movie. It's with Michael Fassbender. This is my review to you, Brian, so you can watch it. Imagine Michael Fassbender going to Dominican Republic. That's it. We finally
What?
have yes. Dominican Republic is an entire chapter of this movie.
He's playing a Dominican.
No, he just goes
Oh,
there. No, if he was playing the Dominican, I would tell you to drop everything and watch this man make a Dominican accent. No, so The Killer is a David Fincher movie. If you guys don't know who David Fincher is, he made Zodiac, Social Network, Gone Girl, Fight Club.
gone.
He's got some heavy hitters under his belt. So he made this one called The Killer, featuring Michael Fassbender. He plays a hitman who strives for perfection. He loves the detail, like an obsessive hitman will do. But it's always a chase of perfection. He's still human. He makes mistakes. The movie opens with him on a job. He's going to take out a target. He happens to miss and kills the wrong person, not the right person. So the right person he was supposed to kill survives. Now, I mean, you guys both know, Randall, you can answer this question. What happens when you get hired to kill someone and you don't make the mark?
They kill you.
So now he's on the run and trying to survive. But he knows how to stay. He knows how to make decisions. You know the trope that we always make. Oh, why is he doing this? Why isn't he doing that?
Level-headed.
Yeah, he makes throughout the entire movie. I'm learning stuff. I'm like, why did he do that? You know how there's like foreshadowing, and it's like he makes decisions where I'm like, why would he do that? And then it explains itself as his actions tell the story, right? And I'm like, oh man, he's meticulous. He plans ahead. He knows he makes backups for backups. Like
What's the name of this movie?
The Killer. It came out like Friday, so that's
How
why.
long is it?
I'm sorry. Let me look it up.
I mean, if it's that good, I'll watch it tonight.
It's an hour and 58.
Just kidding.
What I was gonna mention is if you guys want, I mean, we're probably gonna watch movies during Thanksgiving, so we can watch it then. I would gladly rewatch this.
Think about me.
But that's up to you guys. But I'm just here to review it. I loved
Think
it.
about
This
me.
is the, you know that Hitman 40 Agent 47 movie that came out.
Sure.
You know how in Hitman you can play two ways, where you can just go in there guns blazing, and then there's like the meticulous. Oh, he's like was never there type. You know he's about that. Like if he wanted to, he could make it so he was never there. This is this version. Where that movie was like an action flick. This is what if they made Hitman like this? And I'm like,
Is he
yeah,
bald?
he's like low shaven, if that makes sense. Like oh no, he has
Like
hair. I'm
this?
sorry. He has like he has hair, but it's not like flowing hair. He's like super fit. Like they take time in the beginning to like establish the character. He's like while he's waiting for the target, you know, he's there scoping for a few days. He's doing yoga. He's got like they show him doing some poses. I'm like, I would never be able to do that. Like he's taking care of his body. Like he's that character's like meticulous, right? And then once he accidentally messes up, the clock starts ticking, right? And then each chapter takes place in like a different location. So I don't know. I just loved it. It is a slow burn. Like it's not like quick action and stuff because again, everything is like, let me plan this out. Let me execute. Like I loved it. I had a fantastic time with it. The ending, the only thing I didn't like,
Oh,
the ending. I can see that being divisive. I didn't like how it ended because it kind of like defeated the purpose of the rest of the journey isn't squandered by the finale, but like the finale is like, well then, what the heck, right? And that's what I mean. And when you guys watch, you might have the same sentiment. But that journey to get to the climax, I'm like, yo, this guy can work. Cool fight scenes. There's one or two fight scenes because, of course, when you're in that like business, there's always somebody who's huge, right? So he has to take down somebody. I think his name is the Brute or something,
mm.
and of course, fisticuffs and it happens, and it's pretty dope.
You describing him kind of made me think. You think? I think he'd be a good Bond, Michael Fassbender.
After this, he sold me on like a dark Bond because he doesn't say much. Like he barely has dialogue, but when he's talking, it's to threaten you or like ask you questions. Like he's not for play. You know how there's like always people who like hearing themselves talk, even the heroes. He's not for that. He
Even better.
talks. He talks when he needs to talk, and when he needs to get something out of you. If not, it's actions, and the action usually means killing you or fighting. Like right, like it's business the entire time, and he does a good job of it. He has a presence when he's on there. You know how he's like, oh my god, he's here, someone's dying. When he shows up in front of it, the actors that he's going with, they have that reaction. You can see them go, oh, fuck. Like they puts them on their toes. It's like, oh shit, now I got to find a way to get out of here or plead for my life. I think they did a good job on it. I definitely enjoyed it. Good time. It's what I wanted the Hitman or movie based on the game to be. Or if not, lean towards it. Like I understand you get to have an action flick when it's a big IP or something, but this was really dope. I enjoyed
Did he
it.
wear a chicken suit?
He did not. He does swap like stuff to like blend in with the crowd and stuff. Like it's pretty good. That's why I was saying like he'll change outfits to get into a place or something, and then swap again while he's inside. Like he makes quick thinking moves, and it's like, oh, okay, I see why you did that.
Hmm.
But again, he's human, so he'll make some other ones where it's like, I don't know if that's gonna like that's not gonna pan out, and it doesn't, and then he's like, fuck, and then he has to reroute again. It's definitely worth it. So Ren, I don't know if you want to watch it tonight or not, but like, if you guys are down, I'll watch it again for Thanksgiving.
I'll
This
watch it, dude.
is
Think about me. Where's the merch, Anthony? Think about me.
oh that's true. Oh, that's a nice shirt. I didn't notice it was Cowboy Vivo until I saw the ship.
Yep.
Sick.
The swordfish.
That's my review on it. I think you should. It's a go one watch it. Again, the only things that might deter you, it is a slower, like the pacing is slower because it's not high action all the time. There is some high action sequences, but it's mostly slow burning dialogue, planning, executing things like that. And then the finale, I don't know, that might be divisive because I didn't care too much for it, but some people might like it. Uh, Supporting cast was really good too. Who else is in this? That way I don't want to spoil everything for you. Tilda Swinton's in it. Charles Parnell's in it. Arliss Howard.
I know the name.
Carrie O'Malley, or Molly. Sorry, the guy who plays the Brute is Salah Baker. Bakar. Salah. Sala space Baker. I don't know if you know him. Like if he's a bodybuilder or something that you know, Randall. It's just he's a huge dude. You know how they have all these movies. Baker. I don't know. He's the Brute for a reason. Like it's a huge dude, right? So I'm like, I don't know if he's like bodybuilder or something, but he definitely got gains on him. And that's my review. I was really hyped. As soon as I finished watching, I'm like, I can't wait to tell people to watch this movie. I enjoyed it a lot. I guess to keep that same energy, I'm only 6 episodes out of 8 into Blue Eye Samurai, and I absolutely love it. What can I tell you without spoiling? It's about a blue-eyed samurai. You know what I'm saying? Spoilers. What that means is because it takes place like feudal, like old time Japan. So if you're, you know, I don't know if it's Japan actually. Old time feudal Asia, right? I don't know the specifics. I might have forgotten. Where the Americans or British were coming over and trying to take land and stuff. One of those men had a illegitimate kid. What is it? Like a bastard or something? Yeah, it ended up being a girl, a blue-eyed girl. And then she was raised by her mom for a bit until someone burned down her house. Like the girl went out to play, whatever, came back and her house was burned. Mom nowhere to be found, right? So dead. That kid ended up being like an apprentice for a person who makes swords. And throughout the course became a swordsman. A really talented swordsman. But of course she's a girl, so she had to hide that and also hide that she has blue eyes, because then people will know she's like an impure, Japanese, or like, you know what I'm talking about, like a dog. They kept calling her dog and stuff, like she's not a real Asian or something. And I'm like, what the heck? So she wore like orange tinted glasses to like offset the blue.
Offset.
And then she, like same thing Mulan did with like doing the tape around and then wearing like covering her neck as well to hide like the
Adam's apple.
Yeah, like to cover up, and then she becomes a roaming samurai looking for 4 specific American or like white people. She already killed one by the start of the show, and she's hunting 3 of them. Well, this season she's hunting one in particular, so it's her journey to get this one guy, right? And the action is awesome because it's 3D. It's like 2D, 3D. It's a 3D show, but it's like it's not as, I don't want to diss anybody here. It's not as great as Arcane's, because Arcane's is 3D, but it looks 2D on stills. Same with this. Like it looks 2D on stills, but in motion you can tell it's 3D. I don't know what the technique for that is or called, or I don't know if there is one. Anyway,
to look like Guilty Gear, basically.
Pretty much, but with really dope action sequences. Yeah, there's been like 2 or 3 at the top that are memorable, like action sequences, because it's like, again, you're in 3D, so you can kind of how to use the space and the animate as appropriately. And there's been some pretty cool stuff. I'm like, okay, with like samurai, with like using swords and stuff. They introduce what is that weapon that's long stick and like a blade at the end?
A naginata, I think it's called.
I think that's what they said. Yeah, that sounds familiar. They introduced that later on in the show, and how she can use that, and the action sequence with that, I'm like, yo, she is out here. I thought she was just a swordsman, and she gets other weapons, and she's just bodying kids, There is one of those like suspend your disbelief things, because it is like a Asian oriented show, so like blood loss, you'd be like, they should be dead, but how much blood loss that it is, right? But it's stylized to be like that, because you guys seen a bunch of anime with like, oh, they lost, like JoJo, like they have, I don't know how those characters are alive after like 1 or 2 fights, the amount of blood they lose. That's kind of the same thing here. So if you can suspend your disbelief with that, the action sequence is pretty dope.
From what I heard from Baki, it's once they lose their first gallon of blood, that's when the fight starts.
Yes, that's how Baki is. Correct. I've watched most of that. I haven't seen the newest episode, but or season. But from what I watched up until now, that's exactly true. What's I gonna mention? The characters, the side characters you meet are pretty memorable as well. They have some pretty top tier, not top tier, but well known actors voicing. Let me go look up.
I'm in it.
You're in it?
I'm her eyes.
Oh, Blue Eye, Samurai, and the show does a great job of setting up like the climactic sections. So she's coming after the one guy, right? But the one guy is in a castle that's like an island in the middle of like a lake or something. So she's like, how the hell am I gonna get in there and stuff? And then they sort of slowly start setting it up. So like how she's gonna get in there, all the warnings of look, you can get in there, but once you're in there, you still have to go through like floors of traps set because the guy, meticulous, he doesn't want to get killed, so he set up a castle with a bunch of traps everywhere, and they're like, oh, you have to get through a bunch of traps, and like the last episode I just saw was her trying to get to him. She made it to the castle. Spoilers, I guess, but then going through the going through all the floors and trying to figure out how to survive and stuff. I'm like, okay, they had fun with this, and like the soundtrack is really dope because they'll have like modern-esque music, but it'll be like Asian vocals. So you're like, oh, okay, and they do a good mixing of like the type of music that fits the intense action sequences or whatever the case is, like huge heavy bassline stuff while she's hacking people away. But you'll hear really good Asian vocals in the background. You're like, oh, okay, so they're doing some good mixes there. Maya Erskine, I don't know how to pronounce her name. Erskine plays Mizu, which is the Blue Eye Samurai. George Takai plays Seki. Masaoka, by the names you're not gonna know. The guy who played oh my gosh, from Mortal Kombat. Your soul is mine.
Shang Tsung.
Shang Tsung, thank you. He's in this. He voices the guy, the sword maker that the Blue Eye Samurai was raised with.
I know the actor's name and I'm blanking now.
Kari Hiroyuki Tagawa. Kenneth Branagh. You guys remember those detective movies we saw, like the one in Venice, or not Venice, the one in the Egypt one, and then the one on the
train.
The train. The detective, he plays the villain. He plays the white dude that's she's trying to kill. He does a really good job. Randall Park plays Heiji. Randall Park is the dude in
name, but...
he's in Ant-Man, the detective that the detective that comes in and he's like, yeah, the detective, the cop or whatever. Anywho, I highly recommend it so far. I don't know if it's gonna stick the landing. I have 2 more episodes to go, but the 6 that I saw have been awesome. They're hour longs, like 40 to 50 minute long, and all of them they're great to look at, and the sound's great. I think that's it. Oh, and then I do have to preface this with there is nudity for both genders. So there's penis shows, there's breasts. I don't know if there's any vagina, but
they show balls.
Yeah, they show the schlong and the balls, like the whole package, animated. Again, it's not perverse or anything. It's just it's there. Like they don't shy away from it. If it's a scene
the
that
balls.
Yeah. They're not like, oh, look at this, and like zoom into it. Like you'll see a character run by who's naked, you'll be like, oh, I just saw,
balls.
Shaft. So that's it. I don't know what else to talk about on that. I highly recommended it. That's all I can say. It was really cool. I need 2 more to watch, 2 more episodes, and that should be good for the show. I don't know if it's continuing or if it says ended, so it might it says it's a mini series. So yeah, I think it all wraps up, which means she probably dies because she still has 2 other people she needs to kill.
Maybe they make movies out of it.
Or maybe you're right. I definitely recommend it though. Let me go to my notes. I had to keep notes so I make sure I know what to talk about. All right, I already went over the 3 things, which was Loki, Killer, and Blue Eye Samurai. If you guys are cool, we can start with the Game Awards voting, unless you guys want something else.
I ain't got nothing else, brother.
All right. Well, did you guys open up the link I sent you guys, or?
Nope.
Damn, bro, that's messed up.
I opened it now. I've already voted though.
I just so you know what I'm talking. Like you can have the category and what nominees are in front of you.
I already voted.
Okay. Well, if you guys are ready to go, then we can start. You ready,
I'm ready.
Randall? You ready, Randall?
Yeah.
All right. First one, I'm gonna go from the bottom up. First one is best esports event. The nominees were the 2023 League of Legends World Championship, Blast.tv Paris Major. I don't think I've ever heard of that. Evo 2023, the International Dota 2 Championships 2023, and Valorant Champions 2023. I'm voting for myself here, so I'm gonna tell you why I'm voting for Evo, because Evo is always hype. Period. I think fighting games are more hype to watch than MOBAs. I don't know about FPS games, because some FPS games are pretty cool to watch professionally, but I don't think Valorant is, in my opinion. So I'm voting for Evo on that. And Brian, you said you voted. What did you vote for?
Are we doing the thing where we guess what wins, or are we just getting?
That's a different episode. This one we're just voting our personal stuff, and we'll do an episode of what we think is gonna win.
Okay, I mean, I'm going with Evo. I didn't watch. I watched international in passing. But I mean,
It's not as hype.
fighting. It's hype. Like it has its moments, but it's just fighting games are really hard. And multiple games to watching. She got real. Seeing Marvel again on the big stage as a Sunday game.
Everybody was hype. Everybody
Even
pregnant.
she pregnant. Like when you see Zero May Cry grand finals, normally like, all right, Jan, but just being able to see that again.
Yeah,
The game gets its flowers again.
Once you're away from it for so long, you're like, oh, okay, this is the same shit, but I haven't seen this same shit in a long time.
I watch it weekly, but even then, just like in like a grand stage like this, I don't know. It's nice to see the game get its flowers because Capcom won't give it to them.
You mean the grandest of stage?
Yeah.
Because Capcom Pro Tour is not bigger than Evo in my eyes. Okay, Evo is the fighting game. In my personal opinion, Evo is the hype event.
Yeah, but that's why I said the Capcom's not giving them their flowers because where's Mario?
Yeah. What about you, Randall? What are you personally voting for?
Evo.
Evo as well. Yeah, I mean we're talking to people who've watched fighting games stuff, not recently, but in our past. Next one is I think esports coach. I don't know I don't know anything about this. We have Christine Chi, Danny Sorensen, Jordan Graham, the heck? Remy, I cannot pronounce that last name. Quonium?
I think that sounds right.
And then Yoon Sung Hyung. I don't even know who. I mean, Florida for Overwatch? I mean, right? Team Falcons, Counter-Strike. I don't know who to pick here.
I picked Christine because that's the only name I've heard before seeing the options. Like I've heard of Potter before, so.
Oh, I'm gonna pick Team Falcons, bro. Cause Falcons, bro. That's all I gotta say. I have no information, but enjoy the free vote. Randall, what did you end up voting for? Or did you? Yeah.
I'm gonna pick the Overwatch dude because he has a clipboard.
He's about it.
He's doing math there. He's actually making strats.
He looks like Spool.
He does. I should have voted for him actually. Can I redo mine? Change vote. Yeah, I can change my vote. I've been swayed. I'm following Randall on this. Not only does he look like Spool, he has a clipboard. You guys both swayed me. I'm voting for Jordan Graham. All right, let's go back. Sorry. Best esports team. We have Evil Geniuses for Valorant, Fnatic for Valorant, Gaming Gladiators for Dota 2, JD Gaming for League of Legends, and then Team Vitality for Counter-Strike. I'm just going to vote for Counter-Strike as for bias because I don't really enjoy even watching Valorant, so I don't know if I'll enjoy playing it. And I'm not huge fans of MOBAs, so I'm voting for Team Vitality there.
I should have voted for Fnatic because my keyboard's Fnatic, but I voted for Team Vitality because it's only one that I know.
Oh, okay.
But I just don't want to support anything Valorant. So.
Gotcha. That's fair. What about you, Randall? Which one you sticking with it? Do you know any of these teams?
But anything I don't have any knowledge on, I'm just using logic. So the fact that there's two people for Valorant must mean that it's very popular. So I'm not going to pick anything with the word evil in it. So I'm going with Fnatic.
Okay. Okay, so he really did just break that down for us. Okay, I see the logic there. All of that makes sense. Let's move on to the next thing here. We have Best Esports Athlete. So these are like the MVPs, I'm assuming?
Yeah.
Okay. We have... I'm just going to go by their
Tags.
gamer tags because I'm butchering them really bad now. I'm not going to make it worse. So we have Faker for League of Legends. Zywoo for CSGO. Demon 1 for Valorant. Hydra for Call of Duty. Ruler for League of Legends, and Imperial Hal for Apex Legends. I'm going to vote for Imperial Hal because I've actually chilled and watched this stream a bunch. The rest, I have no idea who they are.
I just picked Zywoo for CS because that's the only one.
You know who that person is?
I've heard the name before. I mean,
Uh,
I've heard Faker and I've heard Zywoo, and I'm gonna pick CS or League. I'd rather just pick CS.
I think we've heard Faker before when we were doing the estimates of what, or the guesses of who's going to win. So that means he might. If that's the case, then Faker's when we do the episode of we're guessing who's going to win, I think Faker's going to win it
I
because
think
he's
for, like, the past
he's been
few
on
years
here.
He's been there.
Yeah, that's why I'm saying that. Who did you vote for, Randall?
Max.
Oh, Demon 1.
You picked one named Demon. That's
Yeah, that's you just
Oh,
contradicted.
I didn't notice that said that. Oh. I only picked it because it's Valorant.
Oh, okay. I mean, that's a safe bet. That's League of Legends and Valorant are probably like the safest bet at this point.
Take the Demon. Flip it.
Did you Brian, did you go? Did you say who'd you voted for? You did.
Shit.
To CSGO. My bad. I don't know. I thought I skipped you. All right, let's keep it moving then. All right, now we're getting to games finally. Best esports game. We have Counter-Strike 2, Dota 2, League of Legends, PUBG Mobile, and Valorant. I'm gonna give it to Counter-Strike 2. Out of straight bias for Valve. I'm not gonna tell you. I'm not gonna try to pretend that I have any knowledge on why it's better as an esports game. It's just I don't enjoy Valorant. Like I don't know why. Every time I see Valorant, I'm like, no, thank you. PUBG Mobile. I've never seen the mobile gameplay for that, and the MOBAs are just not my thing. I don't mind playing them, but they're just not. They're not my go-to game.
I should pick Dota instead of CS too, just because they do a lot of stuff to boost their esports things. Like in game, you can even watch the streams in game. But I already voted CS, and I'm just gonna commit to it.
Oh, you swayed me. I'm picking Dota 2. Because CS2, Counter-Strike 2 just came out. I don't know what they're doing for competitive, but you're right. Dota 2 has been they've sunk in a lot of cash for that, and a lot of development time to make it esports friendly, I guess. So I swapped my vote to Dota 2. Randall, what are you picking? Valorant?
Yeah.
I said that and I looked at the option. I'm like, what am I asking? You picked Valorant. Nice.
Me swaying Anthony swayed me, so I'm gonna switch it
to Dota 2 as well. Yeah. Guessing this year's is going to be difficult because I mean, yeah, we'll get to that episode probably next week or a week after. Actually, it has to be next week. No. Oh no, it could be.
You got 2 weeks.
We have 2 weeks. Yeah. All right, moving on to the next thing. We have Content Creator of the Year. We have Iron Mouse, People Make Games, Quackity, Spreen, and Cypher PK. Now, we were informed that Iron Mouse is Puerto Rican, right? So
you can't just take that as face value because if Joan says that everybody's Puerto Rican, you have to actually. Okay, she is.
Okay. I mean, I believe them.
I mean, that's what I says the same thing about Wraith.
Oh, okay. But I'm definitely going to pick just out of Hispanic. I don't know if she's the only Hispanic on there, or they're the only Hispanic on there, but I'm voting for the Hispanic. So That is it. There's no other logic but that. I don't know any of these people. I know
Yeah.
Cypher, but I don't really follow him. So
I don't know any of these people, and I was told to vote for this person, so I voted for Iron Mouse.
yeah, same. Brandon, what are you thinking? Who are you voting for?
I'm gonna go with people make games.
Oh, okay.
Spoilers.
Spoilers. Any particular reason, or you just
They don't have any face. It's just a logo.
okay?
Speaking of people, I gotta show you a clip after this podcast, Randall.
Oh my god. Um. All right, let's keep it moving then. Next category, most anticipated game.
Hades
Ooh,
2.
holy
It was
shit!
frame 1. Before you even read what's on there, I saw Hades. I don't know what else. It's my first time seeing the rest of it.
The options are Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, which I think it's the continuation of the remake one, right?
I think
Cool.
so.
It's not like a different. Okay. Hades 2, Like a Dragon, Infinite Wealth, and Like a Dragon's like the newest installment to the Yakuza games. They just rebranded and are calling them Like a Dragon. Star Wars Outlaws, and Tekken 8. So, damn, I'm torn because I am really looking forward to the Star Wars game. It looks really cool, but it's Hades for me. I loved Hades 1, so they're making a second one. I'm all for it. Brian, you said Brian already came out the gate. Said he voted for Hades 2. Same reason, right? Hades 1 was so fucking great. And Randall, I like to hear what Randall's gonna pick because he likes Star Wars and he likes Tekken.
He's gonna pick Tekken.
You picked Tekken, Randall? Or he's thinking about it now.
He's not
I'm going with Final Fantasy.
What? That's your most anticipated game?
No, that's not mine. I'm just picking what I think is gonna win.
this
This is not
isn't the
Randall.
one about
Yeah,
winning. It's
this
what
is
you
about
like.
your
Oh, okay.
personal.
This is our personal.
Yeah, man. That's what this whole. I said we're gonna do the guessing one next week.
Oh wow. Then I'm torn.
I think you know a guy.
Mm-hmm.
Outlaws did look really good.
That's what I'm saying. Like the little gameplay they showed, I'm like, I can see myself, hitting all those check boxes. It's a Ubisoft
Randall
game,
hates
so
Star Wars now.
nah, he's just down on the cinematic stuff, like on the TV stuff. When it's a game though,
Jeez, man. I don't know.
You know,
I'm gonna have to.
it's Hades. Go ahead.
it's not Hades for him. I know it's between Tekken and Star Wars. Because that
For the
gameplay
sake of
thing,
time, I'm just gonna go with. I don't know what I'm gonna go with. God, dog.
that man gave us the craziest tease. For the sake of time, I'm gonna pick nothing at the moment. I'm gonna get more time.
I'm waiting for Tekken 9 personally.
I think Tekken 8 is looking pretty solid so far. Every time I see the character gameplay trailers, I'm like, this is
What
looking
am I
really
going
nice.
waiting for?
Tekken 10 waiting room.
Yeah, let's go ahead and go with Tekken.
What a
Nice.
follower, dude. No, I'm just kidding.
He heard us. Excuse me. All right. Now we're getting to the games. This is the exciting one.
This
Next
next one's free.
next category is best adaptation. This is definitely free for me. The options are best adaptation is the category, and the nominees, Jesus, are Castlevania Nocturne, Gran Turismo, The Last of Us, Super Mario Bros. Movie, and Twisted Metal. I've seen all of them but Gran Turismo. And I can tell you, me personally, I don't need to see Gran Turismo to know Castlevania Nocturne needs to win this.
I've only seen 2 of these. Technically 3 because I played Last of Us. There's nothing holds a candle to Castlevania Nocturne.
Yeah, that was such a great. It was great. I don't know. I'm voting for Castlevania Nocturne, and I guess Brian, you did the same thing.
Yeah.
Randall's gonna be torn here. I know he loved Gran Turismo.
Yeah, I'm going with Gran Turismo.
Okay, cool.
Do you hear how torn he was?
I thought he was. 'Cause I thought he sort of enjoyed The Last of Us as well. I know you didn't love it, but I thought you thought it was all right.
Heck no. No. I will pick Super Mario Brothers over Last of Us.
Oh wow, not me. That's crazy. You still haven't seen Castlevania Nocturne?
No.
You gotta watch
So
it.
that's why I can't say anything about it because I haven't seen it.
You gotta watch it. It's really good.
All
All
right,
right, then.
sneeze in your direction.
Okay. All right, that's next next category. Best multiplayer. What? Oh my god, I don't even know what these nominations. Baldur's Gate 3, Diablo 4, Party Animals, Street Fighter 6, and Super Mario Bros. Wonder. Wow. So best multiplayer.
I went with Baldur's Gate.
I haven't played Baldur's Gate. That's why I didn't insta lock that one in. From what I've played, it's just Diablo 4, Street Fighter 6, and Super Mario Bros. Wonder. And I didn't play Super Mario Bros. Wonder multiplayer, so I don't know how that experience is. And Street Fighter 6 is just, I don't know. It's a fighting game, so I don't know if that's.
You'd be surprised.
I think I haven't played Party Animals, but I want to vote for Part. Nah, I'm gonna give it to Diablo 4 because I haven't played Baldur's Gate 3, and going in playing Diablo 4 and just chilling with people and as you kill shit and grind XP and level up is always fun for me. And Brian, you said Baldur's Gate. Randall, what are you voting for? Street Fighter?
Yeah.
Okay.
He hates that game.
I like how the category is actually sponsored by Discord, which makes sense. Multiplayer, social games. That makes sense. All right, next category. Best sports and racing game.
I didn't
We
play
have
any of these.
yes, same. Damn, and those last three I wanted to play and I haven't had a chance to yet. I'm sorry, last two. This is not Horizon. So anyway, let me get back to the nominees. EA Sports, FC 24, which I think it's like football something, right? What does the FC stand for?
Fucking cool.
Fucking cool. Yeah, EA Sports fucking cool 24.
It's probably a football club or something.
Yeah, maybe.
That is what it means.
Oh, okay. Sweet. Called it. F1 23, which is 2023. Forza Motorsport, Hot Wheels Unleashed 2 Turbocharged, and the Crew Motorfest. The Hot Wheels Unleashed 1 was a really fun arcade racing game. The Crew 2 is also a pretty fun. It's not an arcade. It's sort of an arcade racing game, but it's open world. I don't know.
Test drive.
Yeah, I haven't played Motorfest though. That's the newest one that came out this year. I unfortunately haven't got a chance to play any racing games this year. So, but Forza Motorsport looks fucking slick. I don't know if you guys seen gameplay of Motorsport, so I'm gonna give it because of the visual fidelity that they're able to push on the console with Forza Motorsport. That's just me though. What are you
The only
voting
racing
for?
game I've played in probably almost a decade. This one is Forza. Something goes Forza.
Okay, Randa, what you picking here?
Oh, Forza.
Oh, okay, landslide
what?
victory.
I'm on fives actually.
Damn, bro, how do you always get these early access games, bro? Oh, he sleep through the time. All right, let's go to the next category here. Best sim and strategy game. Best sim / strategy game. We have Advance Wars 1 and 2 Reboot Camp. I think this is like the re-release for Switch, right? For the Advance Wars? Okay. City Skylines 2, Company of Heroes 3, Fire Emblem Engage, and Pikmin 4. I am going to pick Pikmin 4 because that's the only sim / strategy game I played from this category, and boy, did I have a fantastic time playing Pikmin 4. So that's an easy vote for me. What are you picking?
If this was not the remake, like, because I've played Advance Wars games when they came out, I never played the reboot, so I don't know what they changed. I would have said Advance Wars, but because I haven't played the reboot, I'm gonna go with Fire Emblem.
Oh, sick! You did play Fire Emblem Engage.
Mm-hmm.
Randall, what are you picking here?
I'm picking Fire Emblem because I hear a lot of people say that a lot.
Name 2,000 people.
Name 2,000 people. Would be really crazy if he just started listing it off.
Erica Patrice.
Yeah.
I don't even think I know 2,000 people.
Yeah, like I don't know. I don't think I can come up with 2,000 names off the top of my head with no duplicates. Anyway, next category. I guess we already voted on this. Next one is best family game. So we have Disney Illusion Island, Party Animals, Pikmin 4, Sonic Superstars, and Super Mario Bros. Wonder. For family, it has to be Super Mario Bros. Wonder. I think it's 4 players. Where Pikmin 4, I think, is only 2, and you don't really get to control another person. You just shoot shit. So that's not a really fun, like, family game time. I think Super Mario Bros. Wonder it would be a better time for like a family of 4, in my opinion. All right, that's my vote. That's my vote. Yeah, Super Mario Bros. Wonder for best family. Brian, what you got?
I don't remember what I picked between Party Animals and Super Mario, but thinking about it now, I don't think Party Animals. I don't see it like a family game. It's more like I don't see kids playing it because each button that gives different buttons for limbs and things, and I don't see a kid playing that. Right. So I would think Mario would be the better one.
That makes sense because there's more mechanics there than just jump and move to this then move, right? That's the beauty of Mario of platforming games. You don't need much. Just move and jump, you know?
I gotta pee.
Oh my gosh. All right. Brenda, which one are you picking for
Super
best
Mario.
Super Mario as well? I guess we can list off the next category. Oh, and it's Brian's fucking category, of course. Best fighting game. We have God of Rock. I've never heard of that. Mortal.
Never.
I mean, if it's getting voted for best fighting, I'm about to look it up. Maybe Brian knows. So God of Rock, Mortal Kombat 1, Nickelodeon All Star Brawl 2, Pocket Bravery. That sounds like a mobile game, and Street Fighter 6.
They consider this a fighting game?
The Nickelodeon All Star one, yeah.
Nah, the God of Rock is it's like it looks like two people playing instruments against each other.
And it's a fighting game.
Yeah.
I gotta look this up. God of Rock. It's on Steam. I thought it was a mobile game. I don't know why. And you can do specials and stuff. They have player models in the background. Do you do moves by strumming?
I'm assuming so. I don't know.
Oh, it's a competitive rhythm fighting game hybrid. The reviews are mixed. Battle to the beat. Fight your way. I don't know about this one, dude.
What are you on?
Best fighting game.
Street Fighter Easy.
We were looking up God of Rock because we've never heard of that before, and that
It's a rhythm game.
Yeah, I didn't know until we looked it up. I figured you would know. And then Pocket
Um,
Bravery looks like a mobile game.
Pocket Bravery. It isn't. It's aesthetically supposed to look like the old Neo Geo fighting games, where like there's like little things like this.
Okay. Yeah,
That's interesting. I played like the either
Oh.
alpha or beta. That's interesting.
Oh, random. I like it. It looks like a proper fighting game.
Yeah,
No offense
it's
to
actual fight. It's an actual fighting game. Yeah.
Pocket Bravery, and it got very positive reviews. It's called Pocket Bravery. It's on Steam. Randall, you can search it. It does look like a classic fighting game. Like the sprites look definitely from that era.
I haven't played God of Rock, but I've only watched it. I'm like that seems like that's cool. And then you move on.
Yeah, that's what I got just now looking it up, and I saw it on Steam, and I'm like, oh, let me look at it and saw the screenshots. I'm like, okay, that looks cool.
All Star Brawl literally came out maybe a week ago.
That's wild that it's already nominated.
Hilarious that it's already on here.
What's hilarious?
Go
ahead.
I've seen a little bit of it, and it's like okay, and then move on. Like, oh, it's Nickelodeon platformer.
But I mean, this category itself historically has been such like a like I don't want to say like a mess. Like they would either put stuff that's in early access or they'll just group it together with something else. I think it was Best Fighting and something else one year.
And Sifu was in there.
And Sifu was in it, yeah. And I'm like, that's happening?
Last year. And Multiverse 1, which is a game that's not out, and now people can't even play.
Yeah, that's so. Yeah, it's this category has been a mess for quite some time.
You know who got robbed that year? KOF.
KOF, yeah. I think I remember the rant. Yeah, I think I'm with you. I've only played Street Fighter 6, and what I played is the freaking like arcade mode. I didn't even play the proper game, and I enjoyed just running around beating the crap out of TV headed people. Like, yeah, I definitely Street Fighter 6 is my vote.
MK1's solid, but I think Street Fighter overall just feels better to play. The story, I mean, as I've said, it's meh until it gets to the point where I'm like, shut this off for MK1. Uh, Combat solid. Everything else was not the best MK, that's for sure. Or
Okay.
NRS experience. As a spectator, it's nice to watch. But Street Fighter, surprisingly, I've enjoyed myself still. Enjoying myself.
So Street Fighter 6 for me and you. And Randall, are you voting for Street Fighter 6 as well?
Yeah.
Okay. Then on to the next one. Oof, we got heavy hitters. Best RPG, dude. Baldur's Gate 3, Final Fantasy 16, Lies of P, Sea of Stars, and Starfield. I have played Starfield, Final Fantasy 16, a little bit of like the intro of Final Fantasy 16, and I've been playing a good amount of Lies of P. I think this year Baldur's Gate 3 is going to run with a lot. So, but I mean, that has nothing to do with my personal one. So I haven't played Baldur's Gate 3, unfortunately. I think Lies of P gets this for me because I haven't played enough of Final Fantasy 16 to like be on that boat. I know everybody liked it, but I haven't played enough yet. It was a sick intro so far, but Lies of P is from the aesthetics, like environments, the enemies, like all the mechanical enemies and stuff. I think it's really the puppetry and stuff. I'm going Lies of P on this.
The only one I haven't played is Lies of P on here. Starfield is a joke, so we're gonna move on from that. Final Fantasy 16 doesn't really feel like an RPG. It feels like an action game.
It's
So
still there's still action RPGs. That counts.
yeah, but I don't really see much of the RPG side of it.
Oh, I see.
Like it's if it was the ARPG, it's way more on the action side than the RPG side.
Gotcha.
Which was one of my nitpicks or complaints about the game. Sea of Stars I played and I got to the part I'm like I get the point, but solid solid homage to the old like Chrono Trigger era of RPGs. Does a good job with it. Lies of P is the one I didn't play, and Baldur's Gate is essentially D&D on
And,
Steam.
and that is the RPG. So
Yeah, and you do whatever you want. So I think Baldur's Gate wins. I choose Baldur's
you
Gate.
choose,
I don't
yeah,
think it wins. Sorry.
yeah. That's for next week. Chill, bro. Then Randall, what did you pick?
Lies of P.
Lies of P as well. Nice. Then we
You know
can go to
what P is short for, right, Randall?
What?
Penis.
It's not. It's not. I thought there was like I don't know if it was Japanese or Korean term. Like P is supposed to mean something.
It's supposed to be Pinocchio.
No, there's a different. I think there's a different thing for it.
No, I mean for the game context.
Oh yes. But I thought the translation is something weird. I just killed the bug live on now. Next category. Best action adventure. Oof, this is a rough one for me. We have Alan Wake 2, Marvel's Spider-Man 2, Resident Evil 4 remake, Star Wars Jedi Survivor, and The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. Okay. For the best action/adventure game combining combat with traversal and puzzle solving, I'm gonna give this to Star Wars Jedi Survivor. Reading that description, the combat in Star Wars Jedi is really fun. There's a bunch of puzzles. There's platforming puzzles. There's traversal puzzles. Like, I think Star Wars Jedi Survivor should win this. I love Alan Wake 2 so far, and I loved Spider-Man 2. Resident Evil 4 is like, okay, it was a remake, but it was still really fun. And then Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom, I'm about halfway through. I haven't picked it up since I got halfway through it. Where Star Wars Jedi Survivor actually stuck around. I wanted to continue doing it because the story was cool and it's just really fun. So I'm voting Star Wars Jedi on this one. It was definitely an adventure. Which one did you pick? Which one did you play? Spider-Man and Resident Evil.
Resident Evil. I liked Resident Evil. It was my first time playing the series. I've only watched people play ad nauseum. The regular game. It's fun to watch. First
Yeah.
time actually playing it. But I mean, Spidey, I accidentally, almost in 2 sessions, beat the entire thing 100%.
So that's an easy Spider-Man 2 vote for you.
Yeah.
All right, Randall, you're up here.
Star Wars.
Star Wars Jedi Survivor, yeah. That was an easy one. I thought it was going to be more difficult, but then once I broke it down, like the beat, it was easy to pick. All right, next one. We have Best Action Game. We got Armored Core 6, Fires of Rubicon, Dead Island 2, Ghost Runner 2, Hi-Fi Rush, and Remnant 2. Wow. We sort of played one, and I played Hi-Fi Rush, but it just did not. I know people are loving Hi-Fi Rush. It just did not click with me. Like, it's sort of rhythm-based in a way. Sort of. And I just. You don't tell me when to attack. If I want to smash a button over and over again, that shouldn't be penalized. That's just me. That's it. I don't even know what to vote. I probably Dead Island 2 for me because we get to the 2 hours that we played. I'm like, this is fun. It's just we're doing co-op, killing zombies, picking up random items, checking them as zombies. Like it was solid. I'm excited to play it again. So I'm voting Dead Island 2 on that, and it was stable. It was stable on a PC. With this year being so many PC releases just being absolutely horrendous. What about you, Brian?
I feel like since I've only played one of these, I have to pick the one thing I played because this is what I liked. I've watched Armored Core and I've watched Hi-Fi Rush, but I've only played one of them, so I feel like I have to vote Dead Island.
But you can vote for whatever you want. Like if you've seen enough of a game, you're like, no, I don't have to play it and know that this is legit. Like I know Baldur's Gate is gonna earn a bunch of awards come when this show goes live.
From what I've seen, Armored Core looked really fun, but I didn't play it.
I watched E-Man play that, and I'm like, no. I don't know if I'm picking it up. I'm like, that's too much. It looks too stressful.
Yeah, so I'm gonna go with Dead Island just because I actually touched it.
Okay, Brando, what you picking here?
Ghost Runner 2 because it looks like a military cyber ninjas.
That's exactly what you are. I don't know if it's military, but you are a cyber ninja. You're going around like wall running, cutting things, and
think Mirror's Edge. Remember those games, Randall? But
yeah,
you're that.
But you're like a ninja of sorts with cybernetic enhancements. I'm surprised you haven't played it yourself.
I think you just bought all the copies.
All right, so let's go on to the next one. Best VR and AR. All right, Gran Turismo 7, Horizon Call of the Mountain, Humanity, Resident Evil Village VR mode, and Synapse. I'm going to vote for Resident Evil Village VR mode because I think Capcom's been doing a good job of adding VR mode to the Resident Evil games, and it looks like I don't want any part of it, which means they're doing the VR pretty well then. But that's just me.
I voted for Gran Turismo because I feel like it'd be fun to just pretend I'm in a car.
Okay. Okay. What about you, Randall?
I'm picking Gran Turismo because of horsepower.
Oh, that's fair. Feel the power within the wheel. What? Move on. Someone cut that. Thanks. Next category then. We're gonna speed right through that. Best mobile game. I also don't have any. Oh, I do actually. I didn't know that was gonna be one of the nominees. We have Final Fantasy VII Ever Crisis, Hello Kitty Island Adventure, Honkai Star Rail, Monster Hunter Now, and Terra Nil. Terra Nil, I think, is like a city sim, but you're pretty much building a sustainable Earth sim, something like that, like eco-friendly city building, if that makes sense. And then Monster Hunter Now is my vote, but that's because I've played a bunch of Niantic games before, like Pokemon Go, the Harry Potter one, and then now Monster Hunter. And this one has more involved combat in comparison to the rest. Like Pokemon Go is just you throw a ball and hopefully you capture it kind of thing, or throw fucking food at it. Where here you're actually fighting beasts, dodging, trying to get perfect dodges, attacking, making builds. Like it's more involved and it's a bigger leap. So I'm gonna vote for Monster Hunter now.
I've only played one of these, which is Honkai Star Rail. I mean, it's solid. Little mobile RPG. There's stuff to it if you min max and do things like that. I didn't play it long enough to do all that stuff, but
Does it play just like the other one that they released before this that turned them into
mm-mm.
a multi-billion-dollar?
This one's turn based. You're talking about
Oh,
Genshin?
Genshin. Yeah, I was looking if
Genshin's
it's like
action RPG. This is turn based.
gotcha.
And it's solid. It's just exact opposite for your reasoning. For me, when I'm playing on mobile, I don't want things that are too involved. I want something that can be like pick it back up and then do something to it.
Hit a button, watch them do crazy combos on their own. Hit a
Yeah,
button.
because this one, you get it's not like those games are like dungeon based, like Epic 7, where you pick this mission, combat, you did it. Pick a mission. This one, you walk around place.
Oh, okay.
That's why I'm like, it's puzzle quest. So,
Facts.
but it's still solid though. So that's my pick.
Okay. How about you, Randall? What you picking here?
I'm picking Terror because the artwork reminds me of Studio Ghibli.
Okay, that's fair. It does have some good artwork there. I feel you on that. All right, we're running by these. So, best debut indie game. We have Cocoon, Dredge. Oh wow, Brian, the game you just mentioned is one of the nominees. Pizza Tower, Venba, and Viewfinder. Now, I have played one of these games, which is Cocoon, and I actually like it so far. I think I'm in the second or third area or whatever. But Viewfinder has been on my backlog and I haven't started it. The same way Subliminal uses crazy puzzle techniques, so does Viewfinder. I'm voting for Viewfinder because those type of games are fantastic.
Superliminal, you mean?
Superliminal, yes. This is like another one of those where like you can take a picture of something and then use that picture to make platforms and stuff. Like it's cool tech, and that needs to be rewarded in my opinion. So a Viewfinder is my pick.
I went for Dredge, like the one I've played. I've enjoyed my 3 hours so far.
Randall, what you picking?
I'm picking Cocoon because I like circles.
You should actually play that game, Randall. I think you'll like it. It's a small puzzle like game, but the aesthetic and like the animations and stuff that you'll see, I think you'll dig it. Cause I'm liking it so far. Anyway, next category. Best independent game. Isn't that the same fucking? Oh no, the other one's best debut. This one's best independent game. Cocoon's up for it again. Dave the Diver, Dredge again, Sea of Stars, and Viewfinder again. Now, I played Dave the Diver a lot. I have to vote. I know I went on a spiel about Viewfinder and their tech. Dave the Diver. There was something about the game loop that how they casually and slowly added more and more stuff for you to like slowly manage. But everything you're managing is low maintenance. So and that loop was just such rewarding. I don't know why. It just kept me coming back. And Dave the Diver is definitely it. It's my choice. What are you voting for here, Brian?
I've only played 2 of these. I enjoyed Sea of Stars, but it was why I got to the I kind of got it thing or stage was that I feel like something was missing and I wasn't getting it in time.
Okay.
Um, Dredge, I have way less time in Dredge than Sea of Stars, but it's clicking. It's giving me things that I want to do. I want to fish. I want to sell it. I want to do quests, and
You
that's what I
should.
got.
It sounds like you should really check out Dave the Diver then.
Is there a chance of a demon eating me?
There's a chance of sharks eating you.
Not a demon though.
There's a lobster with boxing gloves.
You got me.
Okay. You're back in. Randall, what you picking?
Cocoon because I like circles.
Oh, those are facts. I forgot. You just gave us that fun fact earlier that I
Yeah,
forgot.
but if you think about it, In the dredge picture, there's more circles than there are in the cocoon one. Look, there's 2 tires and 2 lights that
Uh-huh.
are circular, so there's 4 there. Cocoon only has 3 circles.
Brian, there's a
No, I
circle.
lied. There's 5 in cocoon, so you're right. Never mind.
There's a bunch of circles in Cocoon, Brian.
Yeah, I did the math for everybody though.
Okay, I'm just saying there's like a bunch of fucking circles. All right. Next category. Sorry, best community support. I guess it's like community recognizing a game for outstanding community support, transparency and responsiveness, inclusive of social media activity and game updates / patches. Baldur's Gate 3, Cyberpunk 2077, Destiny 2, Final Fantasy 14, and No Man's Sky. Well, let me tell you guys something real quick. I played one of these games due to the lackluster release of a different game. So, because of Starfield, I started playing more No Man's Sky. And boy, is there so many things you can do in No Man's Sky. And I can't believe every time I load that game up and I see more and more stuff they've added, I'm like, how? It's not a paid subscription. Like I don't know how they're getting the funding to just keep adding stuff. Maybe they keep selling more. I don't know what it is, but
Thanks, Bethesda. That's
yeah,
how they sell.
that's the thing I can think of. Like maybe they got an increase in sales after Starfield came out, because this to me is the space game so far, an accessible space game where you could literally just pick up and go, grab a ship, fly somewhere. If you just want to survey shit, you can go to new planets, just survey shit. You want to be a trader, you can start collecting stuff and go to there's like frigates you can own now, like with other people who are in there. Like you can take bounties if you want to. Like there's so much to do in No Man's Sky, and I can't believe they continue to keep adding stuff. So it's No Man's Sky for me.
I don't even know most of the communities for this, so I'm just gonna go with Final Fantasy due to me being bought out.
Oh, okay, I see. Randall, what you thinking? What you
I'm
picking?
thinking Cyberpunk because apparently they made the game better.
They did. In their defense, I have been enjoying 2.0 a lot. I like what they did with the progression, and I'm almost finished, I think, with Phantom Liberty, and it's really good DLC. Idris Elba's out here trying to get a game, a video game Oscar. Brian, oh, though you didn't answer your. Sorry. Next category. I'm losing my head. Best ongoing. Awarded to a game for outstanding development for ongoing content that evolves the player experience over time. We have Apex Legends, Cyberpunk 2077, Final Fantasy 14, Fortnite, and Genshin Impact. I don't play a lot of these games ongoing. I'm not sure why Cyberpunk is on here, to be honest. Like, it's the only game that's not a live service out of these nominations. I think they're just trying to get it as much nominations as possible. I guess I don't think this fits here, in my opinion. Cyberpunk 2077 is not an ongoing game. Like, it's not a live service. Like all the rest of these are live service games. So that's just my hot take, I guess. To me, it's between Apex Legends and Fortnite. I don't know who I should give. I mean, actually, in defense of my bro who got wrongfully banned from Fortnite, you're not getting my vote. It's going to Apex Legends. That's just me, though.
So I looked this up as you were talking. 'Cause there's a rant inbound.
There's a rant inbound? What?
Best ongoing.
Yeah.
Only one game here has been out for longer than a decade, and that's Final Fantasy 14.
Oh, you just convinced me. I'm swapping over to
It came
Final
out in
Fantasy 14.
2010, back in the day.
Yeah.
So here's what's pissing me off. Everything here's what 2016 and on, minus Final Fantasy 14.
Okay.
Skullgirls came out in 2012, and it's still getting content in 2023. Where the fuck is this? That's why Jeff Keighley, I don't give
Outta
a
here.
shit about you because
Yeah.
whoever your panel is doesn't know game, or they're just blind to fucking fighting games because apparently they're too niche for you. Only Sonic Fox and Evo are the things that they remember.
That's true. I mean, we just mentioned what happened last year with their best fighting game category.
Yeah,
So
I don't know why this genre of game is a joke to you, but literally over the 2012 release date, still going strong with content. Only one that can boast that kind of duration and longevity is Final Fantasy, and you have shit like that, like Genshin Impact.
And also No Man's Sky, which is wild that it's not on this one. Because No Man's Sky has been dropping huge updates on a yearly basis.
Makes no fucking sense. You know what doesn't make sense either? Counter Strike. It went from CS:GO to 2. When did that come? When did CS:GO release date? 2012. Wow.
But
But
we
no,
got
Genshin and Fortnite.
I
Idiots.
your rant definitely swapped me over to Final Fantasy 14 because I forgot how old that game is.
I've been going for the last 6 years. No, these people have been doing it. Where's TF2? They're still getting some stuff technically.
They're not getting anything. Let's not gas
getting-
anyone up. They haven't gotten anything. That thing has been fucking dead. All right, like that. We're
But
not doing
people
that.
still play it.
That's different than ongoing. That game has been literally barely breathing above water. All right, like that's not where I'm not gonna nominate TF2 for that.
Look at another thing too that they could have put. Brawlhalla.
Oh, facts. That's been getting
2014.
stuff. Yeah, that's been
But
getting
look,
stuff.
because it's a fighting game. No, they don't give a single shit.
Granted, we do laugh at it every time they announce new stuff at any announcement thing. They're like raw new skins. And we're like, everybody's like, move on.
So, I don't like the game, but they have to be doing something right to be alive this long, longer than again 4 out of the 5 things that they nominated.
You mean adding crossplay?
They had it before a lot of these.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying.
MK still doesn't have crossplay.
Oh, it doesn't?
It wasn't launched with it.
Oh, I thought they had like the NetherRealm accounts. Oh, okay. Wow, that's wild.
So this and the fighting game
Categories need work.
Get new committee who's voting for this. Someone who's actually played more than just 2 genres. Someone that's not essentially bought out. These are the people who keep the Game Awards going every year. I think it's whatever is nominated.
It's whatever the panel is. I don't think they might disclose who's in the panel. I don't know for sure. But
get a new one.
Yeah.
But that being said, I'm going for Final Fantasy because that's the only one that actually deserves it, I think.
You convinced me.
Where's Skullgirls?
I can't. I don't have an answer. I don't have that answer for you. What are you voting for, Randall?
I'm going for Fortnite.
Oh shit!
You make me sick, Randall.
All right, next category. We have games for impact for a thought-provoking game with a pro-social meaning or message. I didn't play any of these, man. We have a space for the inbound. I'm sorry, a space for the unbound. My bad. A chance of Sennaar. I hope that's how you pronounce that. Sennaar. Goodbye Volcano High. Tachia. It's like I think that's the one where the girl can like shapeshift. Right? It's like a 3D platforming, like or open world, like she can shapeshift and stuff. You also have Terra Nil, which we mentioned before. I think it's a eco-friendly city builder, and then Venba. I haven't played any of these, so at this point, I do like the idea of Terra Nil. Like, hey, do a city builder, but like focus on a specific thing here, like so, like make it eco-friendly and stuff. So I'm definitely gonna vote for that.
I went just off of the pictures when I voted, and I went for space for the unbound. It looks like it hit some kind of like depression thing or like mental health thing from everybody's reaction, their face.
You're right. That might be it. What are you picking, Randall?
Studio Ghibli.
Yeah, that's fair. That's 2 for Terra Nil. Okay, the next category. I think we're almost done. Innovation in accessibility. Recognizing software and or hardware that is pushing the medium forward by adding features, technology, and content to help games be played and enjoyed by even wider audience. Diablo 4's on here? I think yeah, I played Diablo 4 yesterday. I don't remember the accessibility menus being that extensive. I don't know about Diablo 4, but the nominees is Diablo 4, Forza Motorsport. Sorry, I was gonna say a number like it's a sequel. Hi-Fi Rush, Marvel Spider-Man 2, Mortal Kombat 1, and Street Fighter 6. Spider-Man 2 did have an extensive amount of accessibility options. and I haven't. Hi-Fi Rush had some. I don't remember it having a lot, but maybe it had an update afterwards. And I haven't. I don't recall Diablo 4 having an extensive list or option list. And Street Fighter 6 either. I don't remember. I think you can do like character highlighting or something like so you can see outlines or something, but I don't remember there being a lot for Street Fighter 6. Besides like controls, like you can connect like a bunch of the accessibility friendly controls and like map whatever you want to whatever you want.
Yeah, I mean, modern controls also counts.
Oh my god, yeah, that's a good point. That is a very good point because that simplifies the whole thing by a lot, and you could that definitely makes the game more accessible. I mean, that's how I play. It's modern and it's definitely more accessible for me. I don't know. This was a real. I think I might give it to Spider-Man 2. No, but that might. I think you just convinced me. I think I'm into Street Fighter 6 because changing with the tried and true fucking layout they've had for years and still making it work, I think is a huge. I think it needs to be at least mentioned here because it's always been what light, medium, hard, punch and kick, and then combination of those to do special. And now they were able to do what the four face buttons, and you can still play against what is it, classic people, and it's not like a huge bonus, right? Like is it?
There's definitely advantages, but
Oh,
there's
okay.
also disadvantages to it.
Oh, there's a little bit of both. I'm gonna vote for Street Fighter 6 for that. You just opened my eyes to that. That is a really good point. That's a huge change for Street Fighter in general, and I think they did an okay job with that. What are you picking,
I
Brent?
I had voted for Street Fighter 6 because I know a blind player that entered tournaments that can play. So it's a Ken main.
Oh, okay.
I don't know them like I know the pro, but I know of this person.
That's fair.
Just wanted to clarify.
Okay. Either way, it's fine. You can know a blind person, right?
You know,
Why defending it?
I don't want people to be like, "Yo, he knew this blind guy. He was cool with this blind guy." You
Yeah.
know, I'm not embarrassed to be cool with him. I'm just saying I don't know.
Gotcha. Randall, what do you want? What are you picking?
Street Fighter.
Oh, okay. For the same reasons, or did you have your own reason for?
Um. Yeah, I can understand the whole modern control thing now. It makes it more competitive, easier for people to pick up, or simpler. So
Mm-hmm.
I guess that is innovative. Um, I was just going based on the gameplay.
Okay. Then that's the case. Let's move on to the next category. We got 7 more, I think. We have best performance awarded to an individual for voiceover acting, motion, and or performance capture. We have Ben Starr for Final Fantasy 16. It doesn't tell you who they played though.
That's what bothered me.
Yeah, so I mean, Jeff Keighley, if you're watching and we know that you are, update the webpage for this category to not only show the actor but who they voiced in said game. Otherwise, we're like, what? Right. Um, Ben Starr for Final Fantasy 16, Cameron Monaghan. Please, I hope I didn't butcher it. Star Wars Jedi Survivor, which is the main character. Idris Elba in Cyberpunk 2077, Phantom Liberty. Sword, one of the main characters in the DLC. Melanie Libbard, Alan Wake 2, one of the main characters in Alan Wake 2. Neil Newbin, Baldur's Gate 3. I don't know who he plays.
That's a Starion. Worms.
That's a Starion. Okay, that makes sense because I know everyone's been going Google for Cocoa Puffs with Starion. And then Yuri Lowenthal for Marvel's Spider-Man 2. That is Peter. Damn, that is a tough one for me because I really liked Cameron's performance in The New Jedi. Idris Elba so far, what I've seen, fantastic in this DLC. Melanie Libbard is also awesome in Alan Wake. That's one of the main characters you play. One of the main characters you play. I enjoyed Yuri performance of Dark Peter in Spider-Man 2. I thought it was a pretty cool display of range there because he played regular Peter at the beginning, and then once the darkness started coming through, you can tell by tone that he's changed. They did a good job. Oh man, I gotta give it to Idris, man, because I haven't finished the DLC, but he surprised me. Cause I don't think he's been in the game before, right? Or maybe I haven't played the game that he's in it, but I'm gonna give it to Idris.
The middle three are the only ones I haven't really played or heard. So I haven't heard Idris Elba, so I haven't heard Melanie either. And I know how Cameron talks, but
Yeah,
I don't know in the context of Star Wars. So Asterion, I like him a lot as a character. I haven't gotten far enough for me to confidently say, yo,
he's it.
his arc of X thing,
Uh-huh.
I just like his personality thus far. Peter goes off. Theory is the like
He's their game
he's
Peter.
the voice of Peter.
Yeah,
Um, but I give it to Ben Starr, and I had to look up who he was to make sure, and he's the main character of 16 because there's some parts where that man goes
he's
off.
he goes off. Damn, I really gotta finish these games, dude.
I forget the name of the city. There's a certain city you get to where he goes off. A supporting actress, not supporting actress, an like a villain goes off, and it's like them dialoguing. And there's another character. There's a certain city where everything. Or I'm like,
Everybody's popping off.
I forget it's a game, and I'm sitting for like maybe 30 minutes. I'm like, just watching it
Just
all.
watch. That's the kind of stuff that really bothers me because it's like you can get these type of performances in a CGI show like a game, but let's get live action for TV show. Like just make CG shows, bro. Like we got voice actors that can pop off, bro. Like I don't know.
Combine it if you want. Do like what God of War does or what they did with Arcane.
Yeah, man.
The person plays the character.
Yeah. I boy. All right, Rando. Wait, Brian, you picked Peter?
I picked Ben.
You picked
No, I
Ben.
picked
Sorry, Ben. That's right, because you just said he pops off. Rando, who you picking?
Idris Elba.
Idris Elba as well. You already heard it?
He's,
You've seen the cutscenes and stuff?
Yeah.
Okay,
it's
sick.
because he likes Knuckles.
Yeah. That movie wasn't that bad. I did watch the second one with Knuckles in it. It was pretty
I
fun.
haven't seen any of them.
All right, next category. Best audio design. Recognizing the best in-game audio and sound design. Alan Wake 2, Dead Space, Hi-Fi Rush, Marvel Spider-Man 2, and Resident Evil 4. You guys haven't played it, but I swear Alan Wake 2 is it, dude. Like talk about atmosphere and weird shit happen. Like you're on edge because you're. It's. I'm picking Alan Wake 2 for sound. Like Hi-Fi Rush is really cool too. I mean the gameplay is whatever, but the music they use for like combats and stuff, like the sound they use for menus, like all of that was pretty nice. Marvel Spider-Man 2 had some pretty good score, like sort of good. I don't even remember. This isn't about OSTs, but for me, the second I read this and I saw Alan Wake 2, I'm like, yes. There's something about atmosphere in this game, and Alan Wake 2 is my pick for in-game audio, sound, and design.
For
Especially,
this,
go ahead.
no,
What are you picking?
You finish yours.
I would say because Alan Wake 2 likes to drop in random jump scares, like full screen jump scares, and I will never forget those because all of them is just like screeching, whatever, and then weird fucking image, yeah, like that, like imagery that comes up, and you're like, what the fuck, and it's loud, but not like, oh my god, I gotta lower my system loud. It's just because you're like slowly going through.
Jarring.
Yeah, it's jarring because you're going through the environments, like when you're playing as the woman that we mentioned in the previous category. Like she's in Bright Falls, and that's like outside wilderness, so you can hear like leaves, like as you're stepping and stuff, and then all of a sudden something comes up, or a wolf comes out of nowhere, or you hear like the whispers of like the Taken going, and you can hear the smoke and stuff, and you're like, where are they? Right? Like you start getting tense and stuff, and they use it to its advantages to create the atmosphere, and I think it's really good.
This is one of the categories where I'm mad that I didn't get through my backlog as much as I wanted to. Because the only ones I've played Spider-Man 2 and Resident Evil 4.
Oh,
Part
Dead
of me,
Space.
I wanted to have experienced Dead Space. It's on my backlog. I just haven't because I'm a fraud.
Oh, okay.
I didn't play the original either, so this would be my first time. Like it was a Resident Evil. So by eliminating 3 out of the 5, I go with Spider-Man just because the little details, like when you're swinging still and they change the voices,
Oh, right.
sound effects, that still everything is very
Everything's grounded.
spidey.
Yeah,
Yeah, everything's done well.
I'm with you on that. Martin loss. How about you,
I gotta
Randall?
I gotta figure out a weekend where I want to scare myself and play Dead Space.
Dead Space.
Dead Space? Gotcha. Yeah, Dead Space did a really good job. And the original. I haven't finished the remake, but just judging from the originals, like, they use sound really well.
Randall likes demon sounds. Confirm.
Mm-mm.
Next category.
Mutated.
Yeah, they get kind of mutated stuff. Yeah, like it's weird.
Yeah, but it comes from that
It's
one,
from that. It's from the thing. Spoilers for Dead Space. It's the token thing, the
monolith
spiral,
thing,
the
or
monolith
whatever.
thing. Yeah, it's like it drives insanity. I don't know what it does. Best score and music for outstanding music, inclusive of score, original song, and/or licensed soundtrack. That's kind of a cheating. I don't think they should add licensed soundtrack for this, in my opinion. Right? Like, because that's like saying who has the best soundtrack, like the best playlist.
I
Like
mean,
a Need for
the
Speed
songs are picked for
Underground.
a reason,
I don't
I
know.
guess.
That's not. I don't know.
Well, that's why
uh,
I'm glad they didn't put something like a Need for Speed or like a Forza Horizon where there's a radio.
that's what I'm saying. Like if those kind of games get added, and I'm like, you're nominating a really good playlist like that. For me personally, the best score music is like the original stuff that was made for the project, right? That's just me. Anyway, I'm not trying to tear all this apart. The nominees are Alan Wake 2. They didn't even tell you the composer name. Nice. Composed by Petri Alanko. Baldur's Gate 3, composed by Borislav Slavov. Uh, Final Fantasy 16, composer Masayoshi Soken. Uh, Hi-Fi Rush, the audio director is Shuichi Kobori.
Shuichi.
Shuichi, sorry if I butchered that, I apologize. And Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom, composed by the Nintendo Sound Team. The beginning part of Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom, that opening, just that opening has won them a spot in a nomination in terms of just the sound, like the song that they play as you're starting off. It sounds so nice. I don't even know what the score and music is in Alan Wake 2. For the most part, most of it's like creepy shit. It's happening. I'm trying to survive. So I don't know about that. And then Hi-Fi Rush had a pretty good soundtrack. It was really cool, groovy tunes for as you're trying to like play. I'm gonna vote for Zelda on this because not only is the beginning part pretty good, the other tracks that come up while you're playing are also really good. So I am going to vote Legend of Zelda because I haven't played too much of Final Fantasy 16 to speak on it. All I got was like the beginning intro, the intro segment. What are you picking, Brian?
I've only experienced 2 of these games. Baldur's Gate does a good job, but it's more so like like when people do D&D and they want to be immersive, so they'll play like a loop of background or encounter music on like YouTube.
Mhm.
That's kind of the score for Baldur's Gate. Like you enter an area, fight starts, and then like this type of music's playing. Oh, you're in this kind of situation. This
So like
type of music.
so like Pokemon, like when you go bum bum, like when
Kind of.
you're in battle mode.
Yeah, kind of. But like the best way to describe it is it's not that it's bad. It's just like it's immersion background noise.
Like situational music.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Uh, Final
Contextual.
Fantasy Chef's Kiss. A
Oh, they
lot
got
of it
some.
goes off,
Okay.
especially when like I think I told you when shit gets anime
Uh-huh.
and the score's just going crazy. When you get to that certain city that I'm
Oh yeah.
talking about,
Where
it's just
everyone's
going
popping off.
crazy.
Oh, everyone's going crazy at. What's the name of the city?
I'm trying to remember. I can look it up.
So I
And
can
then
remember. So as soon as I see the city, I know shit's about to pop off.
Final Fantasy 16.
That'd be crazy.
Here we go. Uh, yeah, Randall can speak then, while I'm looking it up.
Okay, Randall, what are you picking here? We're a little over, so
I'm going with Boris because he sounds Russian, and Russian composers go hand.
oh, okay, and that's Baldur's Gate, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Yeah, All right. And you, Brian, you said you voted for Final Fantasy?
Yeah.
Okay, so while you're looking that up, I'm moving on to the next category. Best art direction for outstanding creative and or technical achievement in artistic design and animation. Alan Wake 2, Hi-Fi Rush, Lies of P, Super Mario Bros. Wonder, and The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. For me personally, that's crazy. Outstanding creative and or technical achievement in artistic design and animation. That to me screams Alan Wake 2 and Super Mario Bros. Wonder. Super Mario Bros. Wonder looks great. It is very vibrant. They introduced an entire, I don't know if introduced, you get to play through an entirely different kingdom. Like you're in the Flower Kingdom instead of the Mushroom one. And the new enemies that you haven't seen, that I haven't seen before look cool. Like when you take the Wonder Flower and shit starts going crazy, like hypnotic, weird, trippy sections of the levels all look pretty cool too. Like, but back to Alan Wake 2, it's atmosphere. Like Alan Wake 2 looks, sounds, moves, survival horror. Like it feels like something's out to kill you, right? It feels like if you guys ever watched Twin Peaks, the old crime slash thriller show, it's
I
that
don't
dude. Like
think
it
so.
has that, or maybe Silent Hill, like that ominous fucking feeling. Like even when you're walking, it's not as foggy as Silent Hill, but like everything about it, the sounds that it makes in Silent Hill or something, or like what you're seeing, like I don't want to go in there, right? It's like a bunch of nope everywhere, and that's like that's visually what Alan Wake, and it hits the nail on it. Like everything about it, like I can't believe I'm playing this right now, but then you just can't stop playing because it's so fun. Um, I'm gonna vote Alan Wake 2 on this because they're also like, no offense to Super Mario Bros, but Alan Wake 2 is using a lot of like if you have it on PC, a lot of ray tracing techniques that makes the game look even ridiculously good. And it helps the art direction. It's not just like a technical thing because it needs to be, sort of realistic, but then, you know. But do you have a pick for best art direction?
Uh, I don't think I can really find for the 16 thing is the name of the mission when you're there. I can't. No one's describing the fucking city for whatever reason.
Okay, that's fine.
When you get to the quest, it's called Fire in the Sky.
There's gonna be fire everywhere. In the
Yeah,
sound, apparently, in the dialogue, in the cutscenes, it's fire everywhere.
yeah.
Okay.
What are we on? Art
Best,
direction.
yeah, best art direction.
I picked. uh, didn't play any of these, but I picked Super Mario Bros. Just because it's entertainingly trippy as a spectator.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. You did watch me play a bit of it. It's very trippy, and they get really creative in it. So, and the art direction, I mean, Nintendo likes to polish that art, that visual. So, what you picking, Randall?
Penetration of lies.
Oh shit. So,
No, it's actually penis. Is what it means.
uh, penis of lies, bro.
Liza Penis. Is the
Oh,
name
I
of the
see.
game.
I see. My apologies. Okay. Well then, next category we got, I think, like three more. Best narrative for outstanding storytelling and narrative development in a game. Ooh, I'm gonna. Oh, I was about to vote without even telling the nominees. We have Alan Wake 2, Baldur's Gate 3, Cyberpunk 2077, Phantom Liberty, which is just DLC, Final Fantasy 16, and Spider-Man 2. Damn, I haven't finished Alan Wake 2 yet, but I did really enjoy Spider-Man 2's story. I had a fantastic time with it. There were some little holes there where I'm like, okay, this could have been different. And I haven't played Baldur's Gate 3. I think I'm giving this, and I haven't finished. There's a lot of incomplete stories here. That's why it's hard for me to pick one. But I did finish Spider-Man 2 and enjoyed it, so I'm gonna vote Spider-Man 2. Brian, I'm assuming you picked Final Fantasy 16.
I finished 2 of Experience 3. I mean, I haven't started the Phantom Liberty DLC, so I can't really say I've experienced any of that. Just based Cyberpunk.
Mm-hmm.
Spider-Man's not it. Um, I think compared to I shouldn't compare to the first game. The first game won in story compared to the two. This one there's a lot of mess or there's a lot of complaints I have.
Yeah.
Um, Final Fantasy 16. I think the like redeeming quality of that game is its story. Combat does get repetitive, and that's why I wish it was more RPGs because I wanted to do more build. It's very limited. Like it's
Mm.
just enough for the action to you can change your abilities. I was hoping they went more into the DMC route where you going crazy with the stuff that you get
And combo,
early,
like do like a bunch of different combos and stuff.
right? But like this, the story and the score and the sound design, it's kind of what for me carried the game. Baldur's Gate, I'm enjoying the story and the characters for as far as I got, which I don't even think that's that far. And I want to give it to that because the story is what you choose it to be. In that
Ah,
game, where every decision you make drastically gives you a different story than some another person, another experience. So that's why I kind of want to give it a Baldur's Gate despite finishing 16.
okay. Then so Baldur's Gate 3, your final answer?
Yeah,
Okay. It's a good choice. Randall, you're up. What are you
Alan
thinking?
Wake.
Alan Wake 2? Damn, that man's already know. That's why
he,
I haven't finished it, but from what I played, I'm kind of there with you. I just fuck it. I'm picking Alan Wake 2, bro. I am the director of the Federal Bureau of Control, so I need to back it, right? I swapped it over. I'm picking Alan Wake 2.
until you become enemies.
Who? Oh,
Because you're talking about what's her name, Jessie?
yeah, Jesse Faden.
You're speaking for her, not for Mr. Wake.
Oh, I guess.
Mr. Wake?
Right. Rest in peace. Uh,
Rest in peace.
next category. We have Best Game Direction, awarded for outstanding creative vision and innovation in game direction and design. Innovative game direction. I think I'll after Brian's rant. I mean, the nominees are Alan Wake 2,
Yeah.
Baldur's Gate 3, Marvel Spider-Man 2, Super Mario Bros. Wonder, and The Legend of Zelda: Tears of the Kingdom. I think Baldur's Gate 3 wins this because, as Brian mentioned, the story is how you choose. There's randomness to it. It's D&D in game form, right? And getting that to run smoothly, getting that to be accessible for people, because that's not a lot of people play D&D to begin with. So having this game be like your step in, which maybe that might be a good way for people to step into D&D is to play Baldur's Gate. But I haven't played it, but I think that should win it, and that's what the vote. I'm gonna vote for that because Alan Wake 2, it has its trippy moments, but like the game, what you're playing, like what you're doing, isn't something innovative, right? You're walking around with a flashlight, and you shoot things, and what's really fun in Alan Wake 2 is stuff like maybe the board when you're playing the girl and you're trying to align evidence and stuff, but that's also kind of guided. You can't really make mistakes doing that. So I don't see it as me personally seeing it as innovative stuff or getting the very complex world of Dungeons and Dragons in a controller. Because I mean the game's on consoles too. It's not only on PC and it running and people are liking it. Like I think that's an achievement, and I'm gonna vote for Baldur's Gate 3 on that.
Yeah. I mean, Spidey feels good,
It's
like
more the
gameplay
same
wise,
though.
but that's what I'm saying. They optimize it and innovate.
Yeah, it feels more the same. They added some quality of life stuff, but it's didn't change much.
So I mean, I'm going with Baldur's Gate because I mean,
Which which again, you don't need to. Sony, like this is not knocking people. Like you need to make changes every time you make a sequel. No, but if you're in an innovation category, I don't know if there's much innovation here. Randall, what you been?
Alan Wake.
Alan Wake. All right, and then last but not least, game of the year. Recognizing a game that delivers the absolute best experience across all creative and technical fields. Nominees are Alan Wake 2, Baldur's Gate 3, Marvel Spider-Man 2, Resident Evil 4, Super Mario Bros. Wonder, and The Legend of Zelda: Tears of the Kingdom. I was gonna say Tears of the Kingdom, bro. Holy shit. Okay.
I just realized I'm upset at something.
Do you want to go on the rant now, or
Yeah, just it's gonna be 2 sentences.
Oh, okay, go for it.
We passed best indie game. I didn't see Blasphemous 2.
Oh my god, they got snubbed. You're right. That's fucked. Blasphemous 2 definitely should have gotten nominated. What happened? Did nobody on that panel play Blasphemous?
What did they play? It's
That's
more so,
insane.
I feel like what got reviewed this high that we're putting it.
Oh my god, you're right. That is a snub, bro. Look, they should have been nominated. I agree with you on that. I didn't notice until now you brought it up. Which, I mean, people can use that as an excuse. Oh, that's why I was nominated. You didn't remember it. That's not the case. I played a lot of games.
You got Chef's Kiss reviews, quite a bit of them.
Oh my gosh, bro.
I'm telling you, man. Jeff isn't Phil Spencer.
That's true. He's definitely not. All right. As for votes, I don't know. I'm torn. I really like Alan Wake 2 a lot. I've been playing it more and more, and I like it a lot. Super Mario Bros. Wonder was also really good. They flexed their creativity muscles on level design and that. Tears of the Kingdom. Again, I'm halfway through it, but it has nothing. I'm like, I have to give it. Yeah, nothing here. These options, nothing has given me. It has to be Game of the Year. That's the thing, and that's not a bad thing. It's just that there's been a lot of good games this year.
Some getting their flowers, some not.
Some not. Yeah. I think I'm gonna give it to Alan Wake 2, man. And it could be biased because I mean it's in the same universe as my personal favorite game of the year when it came out, the Control, right? And they made such improvements. Like the combat is not exciting, but it isn't. Let me just hold a fucking flashlight at a guy until he decides to let me shoot him. Like you just hit a button and keep it on him, and then once it's done, oh, you can shoot him, and you can just body him with a fucking shotgun or a revolver or whatever gun you have, right? There's puzzling. It's Alan Wake 2. I haven't played Baldur's Gate 3. That's my thing. I bet if I play Baldur's Gate 3, I'm like, oh, this is it, right? But from the games I played here, which is everything but Baldur's Gate, I think Alan Wake 2 wins it for me. I'm voting Alan Wake 2.
I didn't play or see anything for Legend of Zelda on purpose. I saw like a afternoon's worth of Mario Bros. And Nick's. And I'm not more than the same in a way like to slight it, but it's Nintendo doing what they know how to do is make 2D Mario games.
Yeah.
Resident Evil, again, first time playing it. I enjoyed it. Looked good. Played well with the exception of fucking some characters autocorrecting and stabbing you, but that's just a nitpick. I enjoyed it. Spidey, the feeling of swinging, it's not really something you can explain. If you grew up watching Spidey or you're just reading Spidey and then you put your hands on that shit, there's no way to say it besides there's no way to describe it until you like once you feel it, then you understand.
You're like, oh, I'm Spidey now.
Yeah, that shit is that's mass movement right there. Alan Wake, I can't speak to, and Baldur's Gate. I mean, I have not beat it, so I can't vouch for the story 100%, character arcs 100%. But it's the game that I mean, it's the game with the most replay value in this. I would say minus actually, Tears of the Kingdom might be the other one contesting it. It's just do whatever the fuck you want, and a game that lets you do that in like such a clean sandbox, I guess, in such a well developed sandbox. I think that deserves Game of the Year.
So your vote's Baldur's Gate?
Yeah, so my vote's Mario. Okay.
All right, Randall. Last but not least, what's your vote here?
Alan Wake.
Also, Alan Wake. You personally like Alan Wake that much?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and that's it. For our votes here. I hope you guys enjoyed. A little longer than I thought it would take, but that's fine. Either next week's episode or the week after, we'll guess to see what's gonna win. On a yearly basis, we try to guess to see who can get the most correct guesses. Which reminds me, I need to message Kelsey to see if he'll be available, to see if he wants to join in on that. I think he's been on it. He's been on it every year, right? since we started doing it. So that's why I'm gonna.
I don't remember last year or not.
I can look up the doc. I think I saw the docs. I think he did join. So I'll ask to see if he's available. And that is it for this week's episode.
Are you? Sorry,
up?
quick question. Are you gonna do the live stream watching it
I'm gonna try to. It's on a Friday, right?
Thursday?
It's on a Thursday. I'll give it a shot. I'll give it a shot. I might do it and just live
If
stream.
anything, if it gets too late, just at the bright side, you can have clip content. If something gets announced that's Pog, like Hades 4.
Yeah, we'll skip 3 and just announce Hades 4 while Hades 2 is still in development. That makes sense. Okay. Yeah, we could do that. I'll probably live stream that the Game Awards and react live or whatever for the world premieres that'll be coming up. And our fake surprise that Baldur's Gate 3 is going to win all of it. So, but that's for next week's episode. What we guess and keep track of who's guessing the right ones. Anyway, thank you guys for watching, listening, both sharing, commenting, liking, reposting, yelling at your friends. We'll be back next week. I don't know what we'll probably be reviewing back then. By next week, because everything is pretty much done besides Jujutsu Kaisen, I guess. But I think I'm caught up on almost everything, and
Anthony, you figure out what starts on Friday?
I do. What starts Friday?
Scott Pilgrim.
Oh my God, you're right. So we might be talking about Scott Pilgrim next week.
I mean, I still need to watch Invincible as well, so that could be the replacement for the Loki weekly.
That's true. You're 2 episodes behind, so
When do they air?
Fridays. Oh, I'm sorry, Thursdays or Fridays? I forgot which ones. I think it was Thursday. Thursdays or Fridays, one of them. Anyway, that is it. Thank you guys for watching, listening, commenting, yelling, whatever. We'll be back next week. Bye.